Till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne
back. What is happening, you guys? I love the freaking cash and tickets intro, dude. Shit is so hard, bro. It amps me up every time. I need to talk to HB in the back. Maybe we can switch some shit around here. Maybe we can find some other songs to double in on this stuff. Time for some slight upgrades. I know he's working hard on that coffee and a cup of color and stuff like that. I don't know if we'll have it ready for tomorrow.
Well, that's okay.
But soon, I seen where he's at with it, dude. It's
Pilots always got to look different than the regular show.
You guys have no idea how ridiculously detailed this pitch is. It's ridiculous, dude. It is going to literally, when color comes on with this setup in the morning, it's literally going to have the ambiance of that happening. It's fucking hilarious. But
ain't no Starbucks around here neither.
Nah, bro.
I'll drink my coffee out of an ashtray.
Looks like a hood ass friggin' coffee joint too. Good old, been there like 3 generations, hand down, coffee black as death. And but damn, dog, you go in there and have your actual drinking coffee along with everything else, and you leave there ready to go do what you got to get done. But we're gonna do the betting show. Brandon the Bookie is tied up. He's gonna be getting on here, I promise, guys. He's gonna work it out. Maybe you might see him tomorrow if he can get on in the morning, do it with color. But I don't give a damn. I'm ready to go through some of these bets. I'm ready to talk about it. I'm ready to get in. Disclaimer, guys, if you got a betting problem, seek help. Está no bueno. Always use money that is literally set to, a limit, money you can live without when it comes to betting. And if you can live without the money, donate to the channel first. That would be nice.
Yeah, but definitely.
Also,
but if you can take a match to it, you can play with it.
That's it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. If you can put it in some fire, then you can play with it. We got Ali sliding in here too. What up, Ali?
What's up, everybody? Can you hear me okay?
What's up,
Yeah, you
Ollie?
sound good. Sound good.
Great, great. How's everybody doing?
Pretty
Wow,
good,
man.
pretty good.
Amped up. You know what I like about? Well, I wanted to hear the college betting from Brandon the Bookie. Like that's where
Yeah, he keeps tight on the college stuff, definitely.
I'm telling you right now, that's where the action's at and where he gonna bring a lot of the good action. He got great football ones too, but like I can't help you on no college.
And real
betting.
quick, special for a Friday night, since it's so we don't ever get to do this for Alex. Bro, shout out to Alex, man. Me neither, man. I'm ready.
What up,
Yeah,
Alex?
Badass,
Let's,
yeah.
let's do it.
Let me do the
It's been
rundown.
a long time since I've been able to join you in a statement, buddy. So there you go. Shout out
Let me
to
do the
you,
rundown,
man.
and we'll thank everybody for coming in here. So, guys, every Tuesday we got Talk 7 TMI Tuesdays live between 9 and 10. Color, me, Ali, we'll all do some co-hosting in there as we can get on in. Also, oh wait, that's not on there. We got cash and tickets on Fridays now. Everybody know cash and tickets says Thursdays. I'm gonna get that changed, but you guys can expect that. You guys also get color commentary on Thursdays, every Thursday, coming at you live. And then Ali, late night exhale on Saturdays. And I don't know.
I am the number one contender.
I don't know where the other graphic is on this one. Cash and tickets got to be dust off. I got to clean this shit out.
Mhm.
I got to add videos.
Missing all kinds of memes, ain't you?
It's missed. Oh my god, I've got this. I mean, I got.
Daddy, chill.
You need me
that's
to do
old.
it?
And I
We're
got-
taking a trip down memory lane at the Fins tailgate tonight.
Listen,
Wow.
And I got the one of the OGs.
A few moments later.
Where's
I
that
need
one
that
been my
one.
whole
Dude,
life?
I need that one. I need that
I know
one.
everybody needs that one.
I was gonna say, if you want me to do the rest of it, I can do it by memory if you'd like.
Oh, what the memes?
Well, no, the rest of the rundown for you.
Oh, yeah, run it down. Let's.
All right, so make sure you hit like and subscribe. Shout out to all of our members who we always forget. We gotta make sure we reach out to them. We have 3 different levels. We have the Amigas, Familia, and MVP. Definitely check out the cool content that El Capitan is busting out. So definitely check that out. Also hit us up on definitely check out our sponsors, Fanatics, official partner. Get your awesome gear for Sunday's game. I'll be there. Also check out our other partner, Backroom Collections. I was gonna go over all this, bro.
Yeah, the Backroom Collections isn't on here. I'm telling you, I gotta dust this bitch off.
But anyway,
dog.
if you do check out Backroom Collections, check them out. They got some really cool gear for your man caves. Make sure you use the code #TFTG at checkout to save 10% off of your deal. Check out our new link once El Capitan gets it all dusted off on here. Check out the new link to the store. We got some mad merch that you guys can check out. We got new t-shirts, new athletic wear, stuff for your wives and for the ladies that are watching.
for the babies,
the baby.
everything.
They come in different
Everything.
colors. We got some awesome cups that has every show's logo on it. It is dope. I want the whole collection color. I'm already one up on you guys because I think I'm the only fool here that owns the flag. You guys got to get the flag.
You got the biggest flag of all time too. Like he's gonna
Yeah.
actually get some other
You
side.
better secure that flag Sunday.
Oh, trust me, it's going to
Better
be
secure it.
secure. It's going to
Because
be
you may
secure.
find yourself as the only one without a flag after Sunday, you know?
That's the type of flag that I'm ready to rip off my shirt like Hulk Hogan style and say, "Hey, let's
run
go."
onto the field like it's a soccer match and shit.
You guys
we gotta
heard
figure out that guy.
You heard what happened at the Thursday night game, right?
Yeah, someone threw like a smoke bomb out there or something.
He was streaking across the field with it.
Oh, nice.
He was.
Yeah, I was like,
Greased up
imagine
death
I'm
chick?
going to be the guy with the flag streaking across the field.
Was it greased up deaf chick?
Greased up deaf guy.
Except it was a chick this time. It was a greased up deaf chick.
Somebody was trying to figure out. I read somewhere someone was trying to figure out if it was a gender reveal because it was pink smoke for some reason.
Well, you know what?
Somebody did have a gender reveal, didn't they?
They did.
One of the players?
McKenzie scored that touchdown and said it's a boy and revealed his sister's gender or some shit like that.
Oh
Like, hey,
shit!
Yeah.
Wait,
like
he
on
revealed
that-
his sister's gender?
No, his sister's kid's gender. I think he knew their baby's gender and revealed it for them. Like it was like
Yeah.
a
I mean, you
secret.
never
They
know
set
these
it up.
days. You know, we're in the new paradigm. I had to be sure. You know,
Yeah. So
I don't know.
anyway, thank you all. Thank you to all the members. Thank to everybody in the audience. We also accept any super chats. We really appreciate it. It helps out the channel. And make sure you hit like and subscribe. Turn the notifications on because I'm telling you, this is where the party never stops.
It's always
Ever.
going. It's always going. It's always going. How'd you like that hype video, Ali?
Oh, it was dope, dude. I
Yeah.
watched it like 6 times.
It's pretty
So-
good, right?
Mm-hmm.
so Ali, I had one question about your show
They
Saturday
hate us
night.
because they hate us.
Are you
They hate us 'cause
starting?
they
Are
hate
you
us.
planning to start early or shut off early or what? I mean, you got to get up pretty early on Sunday morning, man.
We're gonna probably do a 3-hour solid show. That's about it. 3 hours, maybe 2. And we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna try to keep
Right on.
it 3 hours.
You're gonna try to
because
start it at like 9 or something like that.
9:30. I think we might go.
Yeah, because I'm an old
9:30.
man. You might not be able to wake me up in the morning.
That's
if,
right,
you know.
Color. You got to send me your address so I'm taking Color to the game.
How much the show got to get donated for Color to be naked streaking across the field with TFTG flag? How much?
Wait.
that
You got to start with the sundress first of all. I don't know about naked.
Yeah, but I
Listen,
mean, if we can get the donations,
if we can
going,
get
Color,
1,000 $1 donations right now total, Color will streak at the game.
Hey, I'll
ooh,
tell you
Color gonna
this.
want more
No.
money than that, bro. Color's
I
gonna
will
want
tell
more
you
money than
this.
that.
Okay.
Ooh,
First,
he's
we have to
actually-
hit a certain level of donations. First, we have to hit a certain level of donations that Capitan has to agree with.
Mm.
Then Tua has to throw for 450 or more yards, and I will wear a sundress
one
to the
game?
game.
In a game.
Yeah, in a game.
Get
in
us
one
get
game.
us-
450.
If he
one
throws
game,
450 yards and we meet a certain donation level,
Color in
I will
one
wear a
game?
sundress to the game in my
Color.
seat to the
Color.
game.
How about we do like 370 or 375? Because that's just 450 yards. Damn.
In fairness,
What?
I would make the same bet if our quarterback was Joe Burrow. I ain't giving him that slack either.
I wouldn't know. Fuck.
How about-
450 yards in a game?
How about this? We get $500 worth of donations on my show tomorrow night, right? I will personally buy the yoga pants for Color to wear at the game.
At the game.
At a game. At a game. At a game.
Bro,
I'm
it's
so
South Florida.
skinny, I'll actually be swimming in those things.
Yeah, but not only that. No, they're stretchy, dog. You ain't swimming in these.
We'll make sure we get the smallest size. They'll look like you're wearing.
I need to get the
pants that the teams wear.
blowtorch for the heat wrap so it shrinks around my legs, right?
Yeah. No, you just wear them.
It'll look like you're packing grapes or something.
Color. Just chub up while you're there, bro.
But you know, now that I said 450, that little punk will go out there this Sunday and throw for 475 yards.
Oh my god, bro! He goes out there and throws for 475 or some shit like that. Yeah, I know.
Do you know? Do you know if
Florida
that actually
born?
happens? If that actually happens, Color, all the Tuniers and their mother are going to come to the Finns tailgate and watch you and beg you to make some statement like that. So he does that every game.
Yep. Oh, of course.
That's-
Oh my god, are you kidding me? Color, we'll make a whole fucking deal out of it. I'll
Yep,
buy a
I'd
whole
be their
fleet of
Hercules.
dresses. I'll have a whole fleet of dresses. We'll have a whole thing. I'll be flying you to away games if we can get that going. I'm about that.
Oh,
right
sure. All it takes is hitting once. You know, it's a snowball.
now, bro. Listen. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. That goes on everything, bro. If you win it and that happen,
Yeah.
It's called going big or going home. That's what I
that's
do.
right. That's right.
When I give my takes, I go big or I go home.
Yeah.
Color, you may be talking about it tonight since we're talking bets, right? How did you do on the Crown Royal?
Oh, I didn't.
You
Crap.
didn't?
Which
you hit-
from
were you-
Thursday night?
Yeah. Were you
Um,
top 5,000?
Well, let me pull it up real quick.
I did way better than I expected. I was close. I was very close.
Really?
I didn't win anything, but it
So
was.
you
very
said
close.
in which one was it?
The Crown Royal, the one where you can only bet on Thursday night game with the players. You
Oh,
have to pick
okay, the
players for
Crown
Thursday
Royal.
night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
Crown
one
Royal.
was actually that one was the better of the two. I got 117.92.
That's what you ended
Uh,
up with. Let me
win-
pull up mine.
The
Go ahead.
winner had I don't know what the winning total was. Let me see. The winning total was 151.68, so I was pretty down.
I was very close to him, but I actually finished way better than I thought I would. You know, I didn't think I'd do as well. For
And
some reason.
here's the thing: my first 3 entries were great, although Josh Allen and the captain was kind of chalky. 80% had him in the had him overall. 24% had him in the captain spot.
How do
I
I
had him in the captain spot? Got 50.22 points for him. And
how do I
I
find
had
the
Cooper Kupp and Gabe Davis. Now my dinkers were Tyler Higbee, Matt Gay, and obviously James Cook with his negative 0.8 fantasy points for his fumble.
How did you look up the?
He ain't gonna come off until like week 11 or 12.
Exactly.
That's a bench rider right there.
Exactly.
How did you look up the your lineup from Thursday, because it's no longer showing on mine?
So if you go to the contest link and it defaults to either upcoming or live.
Oh, history. You went to history.
There you go, and then click results. Yep.
Okay. So mine. Hold on one second. Let me pull it up. I finished with 134.32 points.
That is close.
Which was in the top like 3,000. It was 3,400. The top 3,400 is where I finished. Actually, here's the exact rank: 3,427. So almost the top 3,400. So I was really close. So, but yeah, my biggest mistake was picking Cook, thinking he could do something, and he fumbled the first touch he had. Ugh, it was horrible.
Capitan said it. He don't want to be in Buffalo, man. Is that what he was saying?
He doesn't want to be there.
Doesn't want to be in Buffalo. And I'm pretty sure I said he'll start dropping the football on the ground is what I said.
And he did that very first play. It was like,
I literally think I said that. Watch, he's going to be throwing. He ain't going to be catching no footballs. They're going to end up on the ground. He's going to fumble them. It's going to take forever. He don't want to be in Buffalo. It's cold as hell up in that mud, and he don't like it. He didn't want to be. So, yeah.
The Bills look like the Bills. The Rams are just absolute trash now, man.
Bro,
like
my entire take about the punter being effective in something, I could never find out. Never got to punt.
My question is, was Josh Allen elite or not? He threw a lot of picks. There was picks thrown. You know what I mean?
That's the real story, Ollie.
Yes, there is. There was a lot of turnovers in that game. I think there was
a lot of turnovers.
5. Yeah. Rams turned the ball over a lot. But
I think the Bills defense scored like 12 points in a lot of fantasy leagues last night. That was a lot of points for defense, to be honest. So
didn't they have like 7 sacks or something?
We lost color.
No, I see him. We lost you.
Or did we lose everybody?
No.
Maybe just my audio?
No, the whole thing froze.
No. It's you being
Did you get the little swirly thing for a minute on all your windows?
No, just both of you froze for a second. I think it's StreamYard.
So yeah, there's something to be exposed out of Buffalo with Josh Allen throwing the ball as much, but that's something they've lived and died by as of recent, because the run game didn't do. I can see Zach Moss put on a lot of pounds. How about Zach Moss last night? He looks big.
And I told you guys they may use him early, especially I thought they would use him in the red zone, like in the goal line situation. But he actually, he got me some fantasy points. He got me.
You better move off of him about week 8.
Elite? Is Josh Allen elite? You know what? I don't know. I would say in some aspects, yes, but it's hard because if you're elite, you're elite. You know what I'm saying? You don't make mistakes. If you do, you overcome them, which he does that, but it results in championships. And until you get championships, I don't know. That's not true, because you can be elite. I don't know. He's won games.
They haven't even won an AFC championship yet.
I got you, Color. But I would say that, he's top 5 elite. I don't know, because if you take away the weapons, you give him a bad defense, what is he then? Those guys are elite. They overcome that type of shit.
Yeah, elite players don't put up 6 points on Jacksonville and then lose to a team that don't even throw the football.
Color. Yes, they do. But I haven't seen him in enough time to give him an elite status. You want to be elite, you got to make it 8 years to 10 years. That's the deal.
I just
because
didn't.
a part of being elite is either not being injured or overcoming injury and not losing a step. That's what makes you elite, bro. That's what makes you superhuman.
For me, with all the picks and turnovers, that even if it was his fault or not, right? It just didn't look clean to me. That's why I question: is he really that elite? That's why I question.
I mean, listen, Dan Marino would throw the ball so hard that it wouldn't get intercepted, and I knew he was elite. Now, is that, I'm just being an asshole at that. But I listen, I get it. The kid is playing elite. Yes, he's playing elite. He's looked elite. But it's got to be a bigger body of work to give you an elite status. You get around that 10-year mark and you still fucking bitches up. Now you're elite. You're like, yeah, watch out.
You
buddy.
stop losing to Tannehill.
Well, how about this?
You might be elite.
How about this? Is Russell Wilson elite? Let me know in chat. Is Russell Wilson elite?
I think so.
Color thinks so. I bet you there's quite a few people who think so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not certain if he's that, but I guess what? He goes and wins a fucking championship in Denver. Son of a bitch will be elite. No one will be able to argue. He'll be like, what are you talking about?
And the thing of it is,
Went to another team, came
with
back
a guy
from
like
injury, and won a Super Bowl. That guy's elite. You can't
with a guy like Russell Wilson. No, he doesn't have all of the qualities that an elite quarterback has. In other words, he can't do everything, but the things he can do, he maximizes. He does it at the highest level anybody could do it, and it wins championships. So yeah, he's elite.
That's, again, getting a championship, winning championships and stuff like that. Like, even like Flacco won multiple championships. No one would call him elite. You know what I'm saying? So there's always context to that thing. But I promise you, if Flacco takes the fucking Jets and wins a Super Bowl in the next 2-3 years, everyone's gonna say he's elite. Okay, that's it. You'd be like, damn, I don't know. But
then that would make him look like Jay Cutler, because it would make it look like he didn't care the last 5 years. You know what I mean?
I don't know. No.
Like, oh, now you care all of a sudden. And
watch the thousands of people come up with the fucking story behind the scenes of I always knew Joe could do it. He was always been elite. Whatever, bro.
Like he had a tumor or something he was going through the whole time.
Went through a divorce, and I don't know. I don't know the backstory, but I'm telling you, if he goes back and wins one with the Jets, son of a bitch is elite. You know what I'm saying? With the Jets, no less.
Yeah. Be right back, fellas. Be right back.
All right.
+7 against the Ravens with a salty Lamar Jackson, huh?
So that's the game. Okay. That's a game you stay away from. And I'm going to give you the reasons why. Number one, does Lamar come out there in the first series and roll over and grab his knee and say, I hurt myself and not play any more football? I don't know. And I don't know how salty Lamar will be. I have a lot of there was salty Lamar. We saw him out on the field last year in some ways.
Right.
Honestly, I think that's, if Lamar Jackson was getting paid big money last year when he was saying he wanted the money, he would have played all year last year. And then I would give you a different take. Right now, I don't know what kind of Lamar Jackson I'm going to get. I don't think he's a quitter, and I don't think he's a kind of guy to leave his teammates hanging. But, like, they traded his best friend. They didn't pay him. I've never been calling it forever, Color. I've never seen someone so fucking disgruntled in my life. Since he threw that Dolphins game, I was like, this motherfucker don't want to play for that football team. Been saying it since then. I was like in what?
19.
Shit. No, that was last year. It was last year. Since he
when we beat him. When we beat him.
I don't want to say he threw the Dolphins game, but like, I don't know, man. I know a Lamar Jackson dude. Like, he's the kind of guy that I don't know. How injured was he? And I hate when they say somebody gets surgery, because how many of these guys just get scopes and stuff, and then
Well, he really didn't play another game last season after we beat them.
I know, and he was injured. Did he get surgery?
Or do you think maybe he really, really felt good in the atmosphere down here?
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Was like, man, I would love playing here every 8 Sundays or 9 Sundays out of the year.
I can a million different ways and reasons I can speculate on, but facts are that man is super disgruntled. So I don't know what kind of football player I'm going to get. Along coupled with Joe Flacco has played this team a lot. I don't think the Jets win, but I don't know if they lose by more than 7 points. You know what I'm saying? And it's a game I really don't know what to expect. I expect the Ravens, all things being what the Ravens are, and Lamar Jackson playing the way I think he can, they could be in the fucking playoffs. You know what I'm saying? They might even win their division if they beat up on Cincinnati, because I think the Steelers are going to take a step back, and I don't think the Browns are doing anything this year until next year.
Well, the Jets are favored to cover their 7, whereas the Ravens are plus 105 to cover their 7.
What Lamar Jackson do you think we'll get? You know what I'm saying?
The one that wants to set it, remind everybody of his value and then crap out like you suggest.
That's honestly, I expect that guy, but maybe this is the statement to make it. He fucking said the deadline is this, dude. Go against the Jets and the Baltimore Ravens lose against the Jets. That's the biggest flex of all time. It's like, bitch, you guys can't beat even the Jets without me.
At the same time, I could easily see them doing to the Jets what they did to us a couple years ago in the opener.
I could easily see that too. That's why I'm saying stay the fuck away from that game. You know what I'm saying? I can see one scenario where he rushes for 200 yards, throws for 250. Good enough for me.
Right.
I can see where he rushes for 200 yards, throws for 250, scores 5 fucking touchdowns.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I can see that in my head.
But it's not good enough. It's not good enough at plus 105, in my opinion.
No way. John says, if you had a chance, would you like Lamar on the Dolphins? So currently constructed, this Dolphins with Lamar Jackson is a beautiful thing. I mean, let's be real. Anyone who says that wouldn't be awesome to see is a liar.
Yeah, I'm totally on board. Been on the record for that.
We totally would love a future with Lamar Jackson.
I don't like to follow players around like they do in the NBA.
I don't either.
But I am a fan of Lamar Jackson as an individual player.
Do I think Lamar is the future for 10 Super Bowls in my future? No. Do I think he puts me in 3 in the next 4 years? Yeah, I do. I do. But currently sitting, I want to see if Tua could say in the next 4 years.
Sure.
So at the end of this year, if I think Tua can put me in 2 or 3 Super Bowls with this team in the next 4 years,
right? Because neither one of them has lost.
Would I go pay Lamar?
Right. Because neither one of them have lost the potential. So what you were saying is you don't expect Lamar to go be a 10-year, multiple Super Bowl quarterback, but that he hasn't lost that potential of being that.
No,
by any stretch of the imagination.
On the same token, I don't know if Tua's 10 years in the motherfucking thing. He's already had a couple of injuries.
Exactly. There could be different levels of being proven wrong. Tua could prove us wrong to the point where, 10 years from now, we're on our 6th Super Bowl.
My measure in the Lamar Jackson discussion as a Miami Dolphin is to be continued. That's it. It's the easiest way to say, because at the end of this year, I'll know whether I need him or would want him over Tua. I
don't know though.
That's it.
I don't know though, Chris, because even eye test evaluation to the most honest Tua supporter, a lot of them would say, I don't know. I mean, I think it's right out of the gate. I guess it depends, because
look at it like this. I
mean,
Lamar gets injured week 1 or again this year and is out for the rest of the year. That's 2 years in a row of injuries. If Tua plays good enough, why the fuck would I want an injury-prone player that I know is already
see your
starting?
point there.
You know what I'm saying?
I get
Lamar,
it.
like Tua could be at the cusp where today, if he was at that cusp and I had a chance at both, I would pick Lamar.
Well,
but Lamar's value could be dropped as well.
Well, let's do this a different way. And this is not, because everybody knows I'm hugely against making comparison to other teams' quarterbacks, because I really don't care, and I don't believe comparing up to our quarterback to other quarterbacks makes our quarterback any better or worse. So I don't do that. But what I'm going to say in this case is, if Tua was, if the question was what you know about Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow and how they've performed, would you be pursuing a Lamar Jackson if you had one of those guys right now? The answer to that question is, for most, is probably no. So if Tua rises to that level in his game, then why would we want to be pursuing Lamar Jackson? I get that point. You know what I mean? But that has to happen. It has to be like, yo, Tua, you're laying down multiple 300-yard games and multiple 3-touchdown, 4-touchdown games.
To where you sit, Color, you're more of like, that's Tua. That's a better equation to find out if you look for anyone other than Tua in that equation. My equation is that in just these two, Lamar could lose value, where even Tua might not get over where I want him to be. I'll still stick with him because Lamar's now an injury-prone.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was trying to gauge, was your level of interest in a Lamar Jackson. In other words, how high a regard do you hold him? Because it, you know, as much as I love the guy and as big a fan as I am of Lamar Jackson, if we had Joe Burrow right now, I would not even be thinking about Lamar Jackson.
There you go. Yeah. And yes,
that's the litmus test that Tua has to rise to. I'm not saying he has to be Joe Burrow or put up those numbers. No, I'm saying Tua has to freaking win, and he has to be the reason we win often.
All right. So betting, got off on a tangent. I'm staying away from that Jets Baltimore game because I have
unless you want to go with the Flacco revenge angle.
Yeah, if you want to go with the Flacco, well, I mean, let's see what they're giving Flacco for touchdown passes. They give them like a above on 1.5 touchdown passes. And all right, maybe I'll
now wait a minute though, Capitan. The money line plus 270 for the Jets. If you're a bettor, I mean, if you're a gambler, you know what I mean? Dang, man, that's tempting right there, bro.
Oh, I see.
Just, you know, straight out win for the Jets at plus 270.
Mine's at plus 145.
Maybe I need to refresh my page.
Yeah, that people are like, I'll take that. People are listening to the show and going,
plus 270 right here on the main 1 o'clock.
I bet US.
Yeah.
Huh.
I can here. Let me share my screen and show you.
Oh, hold up. Never mind. My fault. I'm looking at first to score. Why isn't it pulling up for me? Oh, you're under the sports book?
Yeah, I clicked on the first arrow under football and then just clicked on NFL. The Ravens are minus 330 on the money line.
Well, yeah, because I clicked all football. It does it.
And now they're giving me even odds on minus 7.5 for Baltimore.
All right. I see what you're talking about. Plus 270. All right, cool. All right, so the next game, I don't know. Let's look at that prop bet on the Jets.
Okay.
See what Flacco's over under on touchdowns, if they give you a plus money on that. The next game, in the meantime, while you're checking that out, Color, the Falcons and the Saints, Ali.
Plus 195 on the money line for the Falcons.
Yes.
I'm going Saints with that game regardless. I'm betting with the Saints.
Saints are minus 6.5 or 6 points. And they're giving you minus money at 235. So what type of action and matchup would you be interested in something like that? Because that's kind of where the good hidden gems are. Straight up, you know, who's going to win and lose, especially on week 1. The best game to really try to get some action on was Thursday's game. You know what I'm saying? Because the Super Bowl champs are taking on the guys that think they should have won the Super Bowl. So a lot of these games are.
So who were you wanting to know about? Joe Flacco on the props. Okay, I'm looking at the wrong game. Hold on a second.
Yeah, Joe Flacco on.
Yeah, I had the Atlanta game up for some odd reason. Oh man.
If you just click on football
Markets,
and pull up the
and then
matches.
player props. You want Flacco's touchdowns?
Yeah, what's Flacco's touchdown?
They have no player props right now for that game.
What?
Not on the main player prop screen. I can try to do it by just building one. Hold on.
Well, they should have. These are just NFL props.
So if you go to the game where it says markets, click on markets under the Jets Ravens, and then go to player props, you'll see it doesn't populate nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing. So there's only NFL props right now.
So they got over. So Ravens touchdowns. Aside from Flacco, first scoring play, Ravens to score first is plus 145, and Jets to score first TD a touchdown is plus 290.
Jordan, I'll hopefully be calling the game, but if I'm not for some reason, then I'm gonna go get some chicken wings. What you mean? What you talking about? Chicken wings, dog. Spicy.
Where do you get your chicken wings?
Okay,
right next to me. It's called Hooligans. Fire.
Oh, Hooligans, yeah. Good old Hooligans, man. Hey, check this out. This is something, a little indicator. I don't know if it means anything to anybody.
Let's hear it.
There's a prop bet for a team to score 3 unanswered times. Doesn't specify a team. Yes is minus 230 favorite. So my question to you, El Capitan, which team are they thinking is going to score 3 unanswered times? Because if it's the Ravens, then you want to take that minus 7.
Well, what's the no?
Plus 190.
Well, 3 unanswered scores.
That's a big time expectation for one team to score
3 times. I mean, fuck, dude. You think the Ravens put up 2 touchdowns and a field goal in a row on the Jets?
I've
actually
had luck with that prop bet on other games, but not all the time. It's actually pretty hard to score 3 times in a row.
Yes,
3 unanswered times.
I don't give a fuck.
A team's likely to come back and get a field goal on you before you score 3 times.
Something, bro. Something.
But that's my point. Who is it?
It's got
out of those 2 teams that can score 3 times.
Well, it's definitely not the Jets.
Right. Now, if you can score 3 times unanswered on somebody, you're winning by more than 7 points. Bet that.
Yeah, but it's still
no
minus
pun intended.
330. But what's the total of points in the game?
That's a good question too, because
You know
what
what
if
I'm
you
saying?
think both teams could score 3 unanswered times, right?
Well, I don't know if both teams, but if there's 3 unanswered scores and the other team puts up 10 points, it could be 60. I mean, that's 26 points right there. I mean, I doubt it's that low, but maybe
the over-under is 44.
Oof, fuck.
It's 22 points a team. I might take the over on that one.
I'm kind of liking that over.
First game of the season. Defenses are usually a
Joe Flacco revenge game. All right, hold up. Over under.
I know the defense have had the advantage because they are able to practice reaction.
Minus 110 though. They're not giving you plus money on that.
I know.
I'm not taking that. I take where their plus money's at. That's where I'm looking to expose the system.
So here we go. So in this case, if a person was so inclined to take that bet, I'd take the over. I'm not saying you should make that bet. I'm saying if a person was inclined to, I would take the over.
What was that other bet you were talking about? Because I like that. Plus what for a team to score 3 unanswered times?
3 unanswered times is minus 230. It's plus 190 for no.
You found that where on game props?
Yeah.
Where the fuck is it? Down at the bottom? It's got to be.
And again, on any given week, I'll specify whether I'm saying I would make a bet on this or I'm saying no, I wouldn't bet on this. But if I were to, I would do it this way.
So here's if you think they're going to score over 7 points, how many? Because that's where the real money in action's at. Do the Ravens win by 7 or 12?
7.5. But it's even money right now for 7.
I'm saying you can pick the gap for plus 400. You know what I'm saying? You
right.
get if
Like
they win
7
by
to
7 to 12
like 7
points,
to
you get plus
15, right.
400 by the winning margin.
Right.
Mhm.
You get them plus 13 to 18, you get them at 450.
All right.
If you
so
got
let's-
them winning by 25 to 30 points and you take that, you'll get plus 1200. That's fucking awesome. I like me some action like that. But I'm not going to pick any of them. I want that one you were just talking about. Largest lead of the game.
Dude, the Jets to win by 6 or more is plus 575. You think the Jets could eke out a touchdown win on these guys, man?
No way, dude. No way. I like your chances of betting plus 450 on 13.
I just thought I would
18
inform
points.
everybody what the odds are for that.
Beating them by 13 or 18 points. What do you think, Ali? What would you if you were to predict the win and the total, what would you think would be
I think Ravens are going to win it by 14 points.
by 14?
Then you got plus 450 odds on that, Ali.
Yeah.
I'm going for it, Ali. I think you're right too. I'm gonna put
Because you think about it, not saying that he would be much better, but their quarterback is out. I know they have a couple other injuries or question marks.
And look how small the difference is between 13 to 18 and 7 to 12. It's only a plus 50 difference.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That means it's up in the air, and people are probably thinking that range. You know what I mean? They just can't. People are flipping a coin on that range, on those two ranges.
Where did you find that thing at, Color?
The winning margin or the
No.
three unanswered?
Yeah, the 3 unanswered. I can't.
That's
find
like
it.
not too. It's not far down from the top. It's right under
Oh, I
longest
see it.
field
I
goal
see it. I
scored.
see it. I see it. I'm gonna take the fucking no on that, dog.
I've had luck with that.
For 165? Is that what you're talking
No.
about?
No,
Or the
it's a
plus
plus 190 for 3 unanswered points. I take no.
Is it a
And-
team to score 300?
Either team to score 3 unanswered.
Because right now the money line I'm looking at says it's plus 165 for no and negative 200 for yes.
Right now I got
plus 190.
Let me refresh. Maybe it changed.
I got
Are you
plus
on-
190 myself. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sleeping on the Jets. Sorry, but I still think the Jets are gonna lose, but I think it'll be a better game than you think. But I still think they lose by 2 touchdowns.
Oh, maybe
You
it's
know?
the type of prop I'm looking at because if this says if there is no field goal attempted or made,
Yeah,
the under will count as a winner.
yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead because I mean $5 wins me $10 back, so I'm going for it. Fuck it. All right, let's get off this weak ass game.
Yeah.
Let's get off this
We got
weak
too
ass.
many more to look at.
Yeah.
With way more interesting bets.
Yeah, way more interesting bets. Tried to squeeze, but this is how you find. This is where you find the money to make in betting in that way. And you know
I'm
what?
just gonna sum up
You parlay 1 or 2 of these things together, and you're gonna crush it.
I'm gonna sum up my take on the Atlanta New Orleans game. Bet
Oh, yeah?
all the unders for Marcus Mariota.
All right, yeah. So let's look at that game.
I mean,
So we're looking at
what
Atlanta
changed
versus
in him in
Saints?
5
Is
years?
we're
What
looking at?
are you supposed to see different in him in 5 years, bro?
Yeah,
Being a backup everywhere
I don't know.
and being scared of his own shadow.
Atlanta versus the Saints. So, what's Marcus Mariota's over and under on rushing yards? That's
All right,
what I
let's
want to
see.
know.
That's a good one because he might pop off a 65-yard touchdown run here and
Bro, if it's like 14 yards or less,
there.
I'm taking it, dog. I'm taking it.
Right.
This is
That's
this
not
is what I
a
like
bad
to bet
one.
on.
That's
This
not
is-
a bad one. Even
you know-
Blake Bortles knows how to run.
What? But Color, that's I'm trying to what's my first instinct? What's that motherfucker rushing yards? You know what I'm saying? Like that I don't give a shit what the over under is or the point spread. I don't even care because I'm not gonna bet that.
Let's
It's
see here.
prop bets that are
Marcus Mariota, total rushing yards. The over under is 24.5, both at minus 115.
Fuck, bro. Damn, dude. This is the problem. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch at 21 too. Like that's like right what I'm thinking. I think he's gonna get like 22, 25 yards.
How about this? Cordell Patterson plus half or over a half for at plus 245 for a half a touchdown or over half a touchdown. So in other words, one touchdown.
He gets a touchdown plus what?
Plus 245.
Well, I'm all over that. I'm
Yeah,
all over that, bro.
I think so too.
I'm all over that.
Like even if you're off of Cordero Patterson, he usually is utilized in a game and kind of tends to score. You know?
The thing is Atlanta even gonna score a touchdown?
Especially when nobody's thinking about him. Sorry, Cap.
Is Atlanta even gonna score a touchdown? That's the
They
problem.
have Cordell Patterson. It's possible. I think they get one. I think Saints win this, brutally.
I gotta
but I
take
take
it.
one.
Dude. I gotta take it.
Yeah.
I gotta take that bet, dude.
Considering
+245.
the over under for rush yards is 9, or for longest rush from scrimmage is 9.5 yards for Cordero Patterson at minus 115. Like, so if they're thinking he's going to have a single run over 10 yards, that's probably going to be for a touchdown from like the 25-yard line or something. You know what I mean?
You know what? I'm going to say they're going to score because they still have weapons. The offense still has weapons. It's the defense that I don't really trust for Atlanta, to be honest.
The other thing, too, what if they throw the touchdown to Patterson? Then you're screwed.
Oh, it's a rushing touchdown.
Shit. That is how everybody utilizes him, though.
I thought it was an anytime touchdown color.
Okay.
I
All right.
never give you
What
that.
about this one color? Cordell Patterson, total receiving yards. I don't know which one. Would you go the over 22.5 or under 22.5? Both the money lines
It's the
negative
same
115.
bet because
Okay.
you're
Oh,
betting
listen,
on whether they're going to
here's-
use him as a runner or a
Here.
receiver.
Listen, here's the bet on Cordell Patterson. Over under set at 2.5 receptions. So either he'll get 2 or get 3. Plus
That's the real
125.
bet right
Plus
there, yeah.
125 for
Right.
over. That's the fucking bet right there.
And if you
I'm
think
still
he's going to get
keeping my rushing touchdown. I'm still keeping my rushing
so
touchdown.
you
up
think
there.
he's going to get under 2.5 receptions?
To me? No, I think he's going to get over. I think he's going to get 3 or more. I think he's going to catch the ball 3 or 4 times.
right
I think he's going to run the ball 3 or 4
See,
times.
I'd make both
and I think
those
one of them's
bets.
going to be a
I'd make
touchdown.
the under 2.5 and the rushing touchdown coupled together. I don't know if they'll let you do. They won't let you do a parlay on that, I don't think. But you can make the two separate bets: the under 2.5 receptions and the rushing touchdown. Because if he gets under 2.5 receptions,
Hold on,
it's
let me see if
likely
they'll
they're using
parlay
him
it.
like a running back, and he gets a rushing touchdown.
Let me see if they'll parlay it. Because I'm probably going to, yeah, I like that.
Correlation. I know that works. So that's one thing I
Okay.
do know about betting.
Parlay. Wait a minute. I
I
don't
don't
want to
know- I don't know
parlay
if they'll
all.
let you parlay
Oh
prop
no.
bets.
Well, okay. I got it all on one ticket. I got to take these 2 bets off and then try to put them and see if it'll parlay it then. So right now they're straight. I want to take them all off. Hold on. Yeah, I always do that. I make my tickets too long and then I get lost on what the fuck I was doing. I hate that they don't name everything too.
And given that they have Kyle Pitts, it's unlikely that Cordero Patterson is going to have ball out with both ways, rushing and receiving.
Yeah. They say that right now the money is on that Atlanta will score first.
What's the odds?
They're saying it's negative 145 for the Saints and positive 115 for the Falcons.
I might
Yeah.
even entertain the first rushing touchdown being
First touchdown or first scored points?
It says first to score. That's what it says.
See, that's where you can make money on a bet like that because they go up and kick a fucking field goal.
Now, yeah, here's the other thing. I'm also going to take the bet that total field goals scored in the game is over 3.5. And right now, it's plus 145 to negative 175. I'm going to take the over at plus 145.
This game might be a good candidate for.
Well, these are the games you make money
What's
on.
the odds on overtime hitting overtime?
Mm-hmm. So, because you think about it, the Saints have the defense. I agree with that for the most part. But the offense, the Saints are running with a rookie receiver, Chris Olave, which and I know he's going to be something. but at the same time, they're out without Michael Thomas. I don't know. Is Alvin Kamara even playing because of all his legal troubles? Do we know?
They have bets for him, but we don't know if he's playing.
Yeah, I don't know if he's playing.
Damn, why won't they let me fucking parlay it? They're being assholes, bro. I don't like it.
Well, I have an issue with BetUs. I can't even log in because I've asked them to reset my password, and they say, "Oh yeah, we'll send you the email." I've been waiting 2 days. I've done it a few times.
It's a pain in the ass, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's a pain in the ass. I only use it for betting, and all the money I got on that account, I got on it last year, so I was able to log back in. It's all sitting there. Got an extra $25 to bet on. I didn't lose any money betting all year last year, so I just broke.
Definitely.
I broke even, but
Definitely.
you know. But what
Safety.
was on Olave?
Will a safety be scored as plus 900?
Well, the thing with Olave, what I was saying is that he's the receiver they're rolling with because Michael Thomas is going to be out. Yes, they have Juice or Landry. I do understand that, but is he really the same? I don't think he's the same receiver anymore, personally.
I still think he'll get a bunch of targets, though.
Maybe.
Right?
This is true. I think, in my opinion, I feel that Chris Olave is the faster and deeper receiver than what I think Landry's going to play that short game, slot. I think that's where it's going to be primarily for him.
Where do you see that at? Because I'm looking. I don't even see Chris Olave up here.
Oh, no. It wasn't a bet. I was giving you what I know about this game and how I would be betting based on the odds of, like, for example, I was looking at one, who's going to score first. I was thinking about this. I was like, I kind of feel Atlanta will probably get the quick field goal right away. You know what I mean? So that's why
looking at the games. Yeah, I got you. You're breaking down your thought process.
They tempted me with overtime. Overtime is plus 900.
Ooh.
I no way it's going to overtime, bro. There's no way. The Saints defense could win this football game by themselves.
That's true. That was another bet. There was will special teams score a touchdown?
Now that could happen. I could see Marcus Mariota looking like the Marcus Mariota I've seen before and throw an interception, but
yeah,
it's just too early. But then again, look at how many turnovers there were in the first game, and this is the game when people are going to make some mistakes too.
Mm-hmm.
So look what game is third on the list, dude. If you guys are, I don't know if you got more things to look at with the Saints and Falcons. Did you want to look at some of the Saints side of the ball?
No, I'm looking. I didn't see anything.
What's the next game?
So for those just listening, the Falcons in that one, the money line is plus 195, and the Saints are favored by 6 at minus 105. Just so everybody knows, over under is 43.
And I've got Cordell Patterson over 3 rushing or 3 receptions for plus plus 125. I took that, and I also took a rushing touchdown from him for plus 245.
All right, so we got some action from El Capitan. All right,
yeah. Let's check the next game.
What is it?
What's the next game, Color?
So the New England Crapriots ride into Miami on their big pile of dong shit to face the Dolphins. The Dolphins are favored by 3.5. Both lines are minus 110, and the money line is
if you take the Patriots to win
Miami.
If you take the Patriots to money line, you get plus 160. The bookies have no faith in the Patriots.
Over and under is 46.5. Boy, that sure does sound like a 33-17 game, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sure does. Or a 31-17 game, just under it, well, or just over it.
I don't see how to me both are at minus 110, so I wouldn't make the bet. But as far as like which one I would choose, I mean, I can't imagine that the over isn't more likely to happen a little bit because you got guys like Tyreek and Waddle on the field and Mostert that can break one at any time, and our defense has the potential to score.
You know what you got to watch.
Seems kind of low to me. If they're expecting us to do that well, we should go over that.
The one thing you got to watch is after you make your bet, you need to clear your ticket because they don't clear your ticket. It
Right.
just sits there and they
Right.
keep it on there. And
By the way,
you'll make that bet again.
By the way, guys, the odds are actually in line with what my score prediction was, by the way. So the line is Miami's favored by -3.5. My score prediction is 38-35.
38-35.
Yep, that was my score prediction.
38-35. You think they're going to put up 35 points on the
Yes,
Dolphins?
I do. I've made a very good case for it over the last couple of days. If anybody's been listening, but nobody wants to listen.
No, because it's fucking nuts. It's asinine color. I'm sorry. I love you, buddy, but there's no fucking way.
I refuse to believe it, Color. I refuse.
That unless they rush for 200 plus yards on us, no way.
Can I allow you guys to
hold on. Before you do that, Color, I am going to actually give Color a little bone here because not bone, but I'm going to give
bone Color here.
I'm not going to bone Color. I'm not going to bone him. I'm going to tell him why he might be right because an injury report came out today and there's somebody on it that I'm kind of concerned about and I hope everything's okay, which would stop the rushing from rushing the rushers run 200 yards on us. Raekwon Davis is injured now. He has a little a knee knock or whatever he has.
You know what?
That is kind of concerning.
It kind of makes sense too, because look at all the defensive tackles the Dolphins have put on this practice squad, bro. I think they've re-signed like 3 or 4 defensive tackles on their practice squad. And I mean, look, I love Zach Sealer, but what Raekwon does is what we need him to do. He plugs the hole to let the other guys do everything. If Raekwon ain't working out or is injured, I could see what's going on, but
yeah,
I still don't see how the safeties don't come down and you just say, all right, we're going single high safety, let Javon roam around back there and we'll play man and just load the box. Or even Elandon Roberts. This is the one game I'm leaning on Elandon Roberts.
Can I just let you guys in on a little secret?
What?
The New England Patriots outscored the New York Jets last year in their sweep of the Jets, 79-19.
Color.
It's the Jets.
Color.
I'm just simply saying that they can put up points. That's all I'm saying. Because if you add between the Jacksonville game that they put up a 50 burger on,
I will say
and,
this, Color.
and the Jets. Hold on. Between the Jets game with their 50 burger and the Jags game with their 50 burger, they outscored both those opponents 104-19, or no, 104-23.
All right, Color. I'll say it to you like this:
we lost to the Jags, and the Bills didn't score a touchdown on them. And we don't think the Patriots can score 35 points?
Josh McDaniels' offensive play calling and running the offense and doing everything and being that guy over there. And then versus the Dolphins, whatever the fuck we had going on for play calling last year.
That's why they're going to lose the game.
Understand.
But I think the players are still competent enough to put up 35.
That's where you're wrong. Sorry. If the Patriots score more than 26, 27 points against the Dolphins, I'm going to be fucking coming after fucking Josh Boyer's head, dog. That's it.
The alternative to Vegas's odds would be that we don't score that high either. That it's 29-26 or 26-23.
Potentially, yes. But I'm still thinking 31-17 or 16. So something right around there.
I just
why they play the games, right?
in my opinion, I really feel like it's the way that I'm sorry. What I'm trying to say is that I feel like Josh McDaniels actually makes such a big difference in that offensive scheme, and who they brought in to replace him, which they're doing kind of like what we did last year with, that are defensive specialists. They're not known for offense at all.
What do you
and
think?
Expecting
What
the
do
same
you think they're
production. I don't
specialists
see
at
it.
defeating? Well, you don't think that they look at they don't know what an offense is in order to be able to defeat it?
So here's the
Okay,
thing.
hold on. Before you do that, Captain, I'm going to respond to what he just said. I'm going to use an example. Coach Flo was a defensive specialist. He came in here and he didn't instantly
He wasn't
become a
calling
guru.
offensive plays.
It doesn't matter. That doesn't mean he can, or he doesn't mean he can either.
No, but it certainly doesn't mean he can't. But I'm certainly going to rely on Bill Belichick's judgment because guess what? In how many years he's never brought in an offensive coordinator that didn't succeed ever.
Because he kept them forever and a day. That's why.
So yes, Color, I will. That was going to be my point. Up until Josh McDaniels, all those years they went through different offensive coordinators.
But they were all successful.
Yeah, I know, and that's what I was agreeing with you.
Championships
but I'm also
without a string of successful offensive coordinators.
It's fucking Tom Brady. Sorry, like the 1-2 deal. Like I'm between the different offensive coordinator situation and Mac Jones.
Well, that's why I don't think they're going to put up a 50 burger on us like they did the Jets last year.
I got to lean to them struggling week 1 against the Dolphins defense that's coming out there and coming.
That's a better argument. Like if you're talking Bill Belichick's, taking
in the
his
pantheon. Do I
game.
think the Patriots offense will be as bad as I think they'll look week 1? No. But I think this week the Dolphins fire on their asses are going to I think they're going to be a defensive touchdown. I think all kinds of shit's going to happen.
Look, I don't think the game's going to be out of hand for us at all. I think we're going to have the game in hand the whole time. That's not what I'm saying here.
FanDuel's predicted 24-21 Dolphins.
Even if it's 13-10, we're going to have it in hand the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
There's no player props on BetUS, so I don't even like betting on the Dolphins. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't like betting on Dolphins games at all. Never have.
Yeah,
I will.
It makes me have to
sometimes.
defend the damn Patriots, dude. I don't even want to talk about betting on the Dolphins, man.
Yeah. Next game is the Browns versus the Panthers. This one could have some good action on it. Baker Mayfield coming back, gonna do this damage to the Browns defense.
Yep.
Intercept a ball and take it to the house. I don't know.
It's a pick 'em. Total even odds, and the over under's 42. That seems a little low. Unless they're just thinking that the Browns and the Panthers defense are just so much better than both offenses on the field. But
so I'm going.
Everything goes haywire in week 1. I mean, you don't always get the best defensive performances. Sometimes you do, though. Get a really rock solid 1 or 2.
The
defense.
Panthers. I believe the Panthers are at home, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
They're dogs at home in this setup because they are minus 120. It is even, but it is minus 120 with the Browns minus 110.
Oh, that hasn't updated for me. I have to refresh that.
Oh no,
I still got both with 110.
My fault. That's first to score. Gosh, I keep doing that because I go to game props and I fuck up. All right. Will there be a defensive or special teams touchdown? Only
yes.
Plus 215. Of course there is. It's only plus 215. Of course there is. Only plus 215. There's probably going to be one. Let's see what other game props might give us good odds.
Kareem Hunt over 2.5 receptions at plus 105. Of course he's gonna have 2 receptions at least.
Yeah, I've got him playing this week in my fantasy too. I rotated him out for my second tight end on my starting lineup. I'm not ridiculous, guys. Let's be real. I'm not gonna put a tight end in my flex.
Thank you. You were bothering me with that there for a minute.
Listen, it's only 2 more points in measured to what that tight end will get. So that tight end was projected to get 10 points, but they're going against the Eagles, and they're probably going to use him in for blocking because I know the Eagles defense, tries to get after a quarterback. So he's not going to get as many targets as he will get later in the season. Jacoby Brissett touchdown passes. If he doesn't throw any, it's plus 215.
What?
I mean, I could Yeah, if he throws one touchdown, it's minus 270.
Oh,
But if he doesn't
2
throw any,
touchdowns is plus 215.
no touchdowns is plus 215. 0.
Ooh,
I know.
I would judge that solely on what kind of mood I was in on Sunday morning as to whether that day I like Jacoby or that day I hate Jacoby.
I don't know.
Tell you the truth.
Nick Chubb rushing touchdown plus 125 if he gets one, minus 155 if he gets 0. Shit.
Nick Chubb, huh? Nick Chubb, huh?
Damn, I don't know. I think that. What do you guys think? You guys think Nick Chubb's going to get a touchdown?
I tend to think so.
Right?
I mean, what you know? What here's a neat little correlation we could check out. Let's see what his price is on DraftKings.
Kareem Hunt, Cap. Kareem Hunt. I would take Kareem Hunt.
Let's see what his price is on DraftKings.
I mean, Nick Chubb's big deal, but he isn't the top. But they're gonna work him a lot because let's be real, Jacoby Brissett isn't. They
break
work
one
him a
at
lot
any
anyhow.
time.
He could break one, but they do get tricky in the red zone with Kareem Hunt out there. They like to throw him those touchdowns with inside the 20, but when they get inside the 5, they go to Nick Chubb.
Let's see here. Running back. Cleveland. Land of the Cleavers. He's 6,500 on DraftKings. And he gets like almost 16 and a half fantasy points per game. Where are they playing? They're playing in Carolina, right? Let's see what his splits are. Away games. He has more touchdowns in away games than he does home games. He has 6 touchdowns in away games last year and 2 in home games.
So look at it this way.
Baker Mayfield. Real quick, he also has 20 fantasy points per game in away games and 13 at home games. So there you go. There's his split.
Look at it this way. Somebody's getting a touchdown pass from Baker Mayfield because his over under is set at 1.5 and it's plus 130. So
I think that's pretty decent
1.
to think that Nick Chubb's going to get a touchdown, bro.
A rushing touchdown?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty decent thought.
I think so too, because of the lack of touchdown passes from Jacoby Brissett. They're gonna keep the game competitive. If they ever win it, it's gonna come in the run game. It's gonna come from Nick Chubb. I'm taking Nick Chubb. Look, his total rushing yards is 70.5, set at 70. So I'm taking him on the rushing touchdown at plus 125.
Yeah, I would.
And then now that I'm certain that Baker Mayfield's going to pass at least one touchdown, who is that touchdown going to go to? So let's see what
Cap for Life thinks CMC.
That's probably a good. I mean, he'll probably catch at least one, right? Let's see if he's got passing
touchdowns. He is an all-purpose running back.
He's got his total receptions is set at 5, so it's 5.5 for under or 5.5 for over. So, and they've got over 5.5 at plus 120. I don't know if he'll get 5 catches, but where's his touchdowns? I got nothing for touchdowns on him unless it's further down the line. Hold on.
For who?
Touchdown. Oh, that's Baker Mayfield touchdown pass. Hold on. For Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they've got limited player props. Very, very limited. Even the betting sites are getting – they don't have any touchdown receptions put for any of the players yet.
It's so hard for them to set lines in week 1, man.
It is, bro. They're going to set them, but they're not going to set, a lot.
Yeah. A lot of them are going to come closer to the game, too.
Christian McCaffrey total receptions has got plus money. Let's see if there's anything else with plus money on McCaffrey. Nope, there's not. All right, well, that's the only bet I'm making on this then.
What was the bet you took?
The bet I took was rushing touchdown for Nick Chubb. It was if he gets a touchdown, it's plus 125. If he gets a rushing touchdown. So going for it.
Plus, he's going to be an outlet for Jacoby.
I mean, Jacoby might not even throw a touchdown. So.
Right. Yeah, I could see them getting a big play down to like the 5-yard line and Chubb taking it the rest of the way. Certainly.
Right. I mean, or them just getting with inside the 20 and Chubb bouncing to the outside and breaking a tackle on a safety, and that's it.
Yep. Or one of them inside trap draws, dude. You know, where they just run it right up the gut and pound the linebacker in the end zone from like 15 yards out.
Right. All right. So what's the next game, Color?
So the next game we got is Pittsburgh at Cincinnati, I believe, and that is Cincinnati is favored by 7 at plus 115, and the Steelers are getting 7 points at minus 135. Money line on the Steelers is plus 235. Over and under is 44.5.
Ooh, that's a good over to take. I think there'll be more than 44.5 points. Joe Burrow could put up fucking 21 in the passing game alone. Dixon can get one. There goes 28 points.
I mean, that's 23 to 22 score. You know, if it was an even game, that would be 23 to 22 would win you the bet.
I could see that happening. Let's look at some of the props.
I got Najee definitely getting over 58 yards.
On the Bengals?
Yeah, in fact, I think he could double it, dude. Najee is top 4 running back in the league, bro.
Bro, listen, I like Najee Harris, but I got to be honest. Their O-line is still very questionable, bro. Very, very questionable. 58 yards rushing on the under at plus 110 is pretty good. That's a pretty good bet right there. I'm not going to take it.
So you think he's going to be under 58 yards?
No, I think he's going to be right around 60 yards rushing, unless he pops one, because he's going to have to grind and take contact at the line all game unless he can bounce one outside and get somewhere with it.
So that's why I like Najee. He's not afraid of the contact. That's why I think he's going to get the 60 yards regardless.
Yeah, I don't trust anything with the Steelers right now. I trust their defense, so I might look at some stuff with that. I'm more interested to see what kind of action they're going to give me on player props with the well, I mean, I don't know. What's a rushing touchdown for fucking Mitchell Trubisky? They got one? Nope. Nope, they ain't got one.
Just total rushing yards.
Well, there'd be a defensive or special teams touchdown is plus 205.
Oof. That's hard. I'll tell you what, though. Over 1 rushing touchdown for Najee Harris is plus 200 if he gets one.
Check this out. They're saying the total touchdowns in the game is under 4.5 touchdowns. It's plus 115. The over 4.5 touchdowns is minus 145.
Damn, so they expect it to be a low-scoring game then.
Yeah. There's a lot of people betting against Cincinnati already this year. They think they're going to have an off year.
I mean, it would fit right with their deal.
Yeah.
Then again, they were playoff bound like every year there for a while. Man, there's so limitations on these fucking player props, bro. Very, very limited. We'll go through this faster than we thought. What were you going to say, Ali?
Well, I was just going to say is that they have a brand new offensive line. They invested so much into it. I'm kind of surprised that people are betting against them already.
I agree with you.
When
And
it comes
and
to
Joe
Cincinnati, that's what I'm talking about.
Joe Burrow gives him a different deal.
Mhm.
But I don't know. All those years when they had Carson Palmer, all those years when they had what's his name? The red, and they put up decent numbers. They're like the friggin' they're the Bills of that division. That's what they are. You know what I'm saying? That's what they are. They're the Bills of that division.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Race to 10 points.
I don't think I'll take any of these bets.
Race to 25 points. Yeah, I don't like any of this shit.
Joe Burrow is plus 125 for at least 2 touchdown passes.
That's probably the only other thing. I'm taking Najee Harris with the plus 200. You got Joe Burrow plus, let me see.
For the rushing touchdowns?
Joe Mixon is plus 120 for 1 touchdown at least.
Yeah, it's not
That's all I
for a
all
rushing
I-
for the rushing touchdown. I
Wait,
could see
how'd I
him.
get- wait a minute. How'd I get $58 in my account?
Did you
Probably
make a
had-
bet last year?
You probably had a couple of bucks, and they gave you 25 free because they gave me 25 free. I told you they gave some free.
But wouldn't that show up on like free play?
Oh,
I wonder if I made a bet like a couple months ago that I forgot I made or something and it won.
Imagine Color sitting there making bets on sites and he forgets about it. He may have like a big winner laying
Right.
somewhere.
What it probably was is I probably had like $5 and I probably bet on some outrageous odds on some obscure tennis match like at 2 a.m. from China, and I probably won. You know what I mean?
yeah, but it wouldn't be $50 even. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I got 58.77.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, probably that's what happened then.
I'm telling you, I ain't got nothing. I looked
I
up. I'm
know.
like, wait a minute. It says I got $58. What?
Yeah, what you
Must be
talking
one of
about?
those soccer matches that you've been asking me about that you've been putting bets on.
Well,
Listen,
now I can lay that 5 I've been promising everybody on the order of division. Even though the Bills won, okay, it's one game. It's not going to affect the bet. It might even give me worse odds because of that. So let's see where it is.
This is Lisa, Alex's wife. Hello, Lisa. Welcome to the show.
So we got Miami Dolphins division final position first is plus 450. We're favored to go second at plus 150. But let's see here. Let me look at the full order. That's the one I promised everybody I was going to make the bet on. Let's see. AFC South, AFC South.
Well, in that meantime, Color, I'll go through the next game.
What's
The
the
next game is
East exact order go.
it's San Francisco 49ers versus the Chicago Bears. The Niners are favored to win plus 7.5. So they think they're going to win by more than a touchdown. The money
I have something
line
to say about this. Go ahead.
the money line is minus 300. The Chicago Bears is plus 7.5 at minus 130. And then if you take the Niners to win more than 7.5 points, it's plus 110. You take the Bears to win straight up, it's 250, which is kind of a little low. I think it would be higher. What were you gonna say?
I'm gonna tell you, based on what I saw in preseason, and Color is probably gonna back me up on this. And I'm not saying it for every game, but there's some games this season. Don't sleep on the Bears. That's what I'm going to tell you. This is one of those games where I think it could be a trap game for the 49ers. They're going to sleep on it, and they're going to get smoked in the first game.
So guys, they took away the actual all 4 for the AFC East for some reason. but I can effectively make the same bet, and the odds are actually worse. I was getting plus 1,600 for the order I said before, but I can get plus 2,000 right now for Dolphins first and Patriots second. We all know the Jets are finishing last anyway, so it still effectively is betting that the Bills will be in third place. Like
That's
I
risky
said,
money, dog.
I'm doing it. I'm putting my money where my mouth is.
Color, do you think that
It's only
people
$5.
should sleep on the Bears?
Yeah, I feel
or
you.
no?
I feel you.
I mean, but I got to be able to
the
tell people, yeah,
$5
I actually
along
made
with
that
the
bet.
money-
I'm not just smoking sunshine. You know what I mean?
The $5 along with the money and the bragging rights, that'll be the best money you'll ever have in your whole life. All right. Let's see what kind of game props they got. Anything with any favorable money.
They got Elijah Mitchell over 1.5 rushing touchdowns.
Over 1.5. Listen,
I'm
Elijah
sorry,
Mitchell-
over half. Over half. I'm
half?
sorry. Plus 135. George Kittle, longest reception under 20 yards. I kind of agree with that.
So $5 will win me 100 on that.
I'm gonna go look at the player props because that's where all the good action's at. It's the player props for me, dog. Lance, freaking Trey Lance, total interceptions. If he throws an interception, it's plus 105. Fuck, bro. I'm taking. Well, do the Bears even have anybody on defense that can intercept the football?
Color, you were analyzing the Bears. You said that they looked like they were handling their own, right?
Yeah, their run game actually looked pretty good.
What about their defense? How's their defense looking?
Yeah. Given the opponent I was watching them play in preseason, I mean, it wasn't that big a deal, but yeah, they had the upper hand on defense.
Ooh, Elijah Mitchell, total receptions. If he gets 2, so it's 1.5 plus 140.
I'd take that bet.
I'm fucking taking that all day.
Yeah,
taking that all day, bro. I
do
know
it
he's
right now.
not. He's not. It's done. It's on there. Let's see. Brandon Ayuk.
$5 to win 100.
Yeah, hell yeah. That'll be a nice 100. You give that 100 right to CB.
That's exactly right. I don't pay for my CB.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Passing touchdowns, Justin Fields. Set at 1 or set at a half, really.
Okay.
If he does, if he throws 1, it's minus 260. If he throws none, it's plus 110.
Yeah, there's the 25 they were talking about. They gave me. I just saw it.
So if I take the over and it's minus 260, you said, right? And let's say I placed a $5 bet. How much is my winnings?
If it's minus 260, so I'll tell you. So $5 wager at minus 260. You get. I mean, it's. Hold on. You only make $1.92 on it. Yeah. But
I think he's going to throw at least 1 touchdown. That's my thing.
Total interceptions, it's minus 150. They're expecting him to throw an interception because it's plus 120 for no interceptions. Let's see. Any other good? Nope. That's pretty much it. You see, Brandon Ayuk receiving touchdowns, plus 225 if he gets one, minus 300 if he doesn't. George Kittle over 20.5 yards. So if he gets 21 yards, it's plus 110. I don't know. Receiving yards over 46 is plus 120 for George Kittle. So they're expecting him to catch some footballs. And I expect it too. Trey Lance is definitely going to throw the ball. We're going to see him run. So I'm not even going to bet on the over. It's minus 140 for over 38 yards. I think he's going to run a lot. Longest completion under 35 yards is plus 110. Over 35 yards is minus 140. So, damn, they think he's going to throw one over 35 yards.
Right.
If he throws one over 35 yards, damn, they expect him to get at least one touchdown pass, too. Nope. I'm just going to take my one and lonely bet off this game for Elijah Mitchell to catch 2 footballs.
I think that's the best bet.
It's the best bet, bro. It's the best bet.
Yeah.
All right, what's next, Color? I got it. The next game is the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Detroit Lions. Eagles are favored in this game, minus 4.5. The odds minus 20. Lions are getting 4.5 points for even money. If you take the Lions in a straight up bet to win this game, it's plus 175. The Eagles win, it's 210. The over-under on points is 48.5 points. So there's going to be a lot of points scored in this game that they believe. You know how I feel about the Lions. You know how I feel about the Lions this year.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Some player props going on. They ain't got none.
There's not a single one.
Not one.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna look and see what the win total like points over. All right, here we go. Eagles win by this. I'm gonna find the Lions if they got the Lions win by. They don't. I'm telling you, I think the Lions are gonna win.
That's my bet, bro. You already know where I stand. I think they're the dark horse to win that division.
So the double result is basically you play where who wins the first half, but who wins the game. Eagles win the first half and Eagles win the game. It's plus 105. Eagles win the first half, but Lions win the game plus 750. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. It's done. It's in there. $5 to win $37.50. Can't beat it. Haha, you said he just won $200 on a scratch off listening to us. Booyah. Oh, you're going to give Brandon the Bookie announcement saying he's going to give his picks in 20 minutes. Boom. Beautiful. All right.
Is he coming on?
Yeah, he says he's coming on in 20 minutes. He'll give his picks in 20 minutes. All right, next game on the schedule is Indianapolis Colts versus the Texans. The Colts are favored in this game by 7.5 points, plus 115 if they cover that spread. Houston, minus 7.5. If you take those points, it's minus 135. Houston in a straight up bet, money line is 280. Indy in a straight up bet is minus 340. They think it's going to be, I don't know, the over under set at 46 points at minus 110. So I think there's some money to be had if they got some player props on here, and they do. Tell me you got Dameon Pierce up here. Jonathan Taylor. Over under rushing yards at 95.5.
For who? Jonathan Taylor?
Jonathan Taylor. They think he's going to go off, bro, on this defense, and he probably is. His receiving yards are set at 14.5. He's just going to kill it. I'm glad he's in my fantasy.
Here we go. Oh, I don't like these odds at all about Dameon Pierce.
You found him? Hold on, let me see. Dameon Pierce. Yeah, where are we at?
Oh, they're all negative.
Yeah, they're all negative.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. I'm not gonna pay to lose. Davis Mills over under on touchdowns over 1.5 passing is plus 165. Damn, that's a hard bet not to take because you know that guy's gonna throw it all over the place, but you know he's gonna throw interceptions too. Nah, I'm staying away from this game. I don't like anything on the player props. Let's see what they got on the game props. First scoring play of the game, Colts are plus 145 for a touchdown. Colts field goal is 300. No, I don't like that. Let's see.
Blake McDonald, I disagree.
Well, better late than never. Brandon the Bookie.
Hey!
Thank you, guys. Welcome to Cash and Tickets. Oh, man.
To Cash and Tickets.
My bad, guys. I was dealing with some stuff there. But I don't know how much you guys have covered already or whatever. How's my audio, by the way?
Sounds fine.
Great.
Okay, good. Yeah, so have you guys kind of went over a little bit of Saturdays and Sundays games?
So we're going on the NFL only right now. No Saturday games, and we've only run down.
I've got a couple I like on Saturday. I'm gonna let you hear a bit in a second.
Yeah, I'll give you up to speed on exactly what we've gone through. We've gone through the Jets and Ravens game. We've gone through the Saints and Falcons, the Patriots, Dolphins, the Browns, Panthers, Steelers, Bengals, Bears, Niners, Eagles, Lions, and we just finished up with the Colts, Texans. We got
You haven't hit a single one of the games that I like except for the Miami, New England games.
I'm
so
only
perfect.
these are
That's
only
perfect.
player prop bets that we've been just picking through in here. Yeah, that's all. I'm just going on. That's where I like to bet. Give me some player prop. You put a 5 here, 5 there. I only got to hit a few of them to make money. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. Well, that's what it's all about, man. Having a good time and see if you can make a couple coins.
So, Brandon the Bookie, go through the Saturday. We're going to put the NFL on hold, college football tomorrow. I know you've done all the work on the college football betting and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Why don't you give me some of the things you like.
Like with betting, of course, be responsible, just bet what I consider entertainment money. Don't mess with your rent or your car payments or anything like that, of course. But there's a huge slate of college games every week, as everybody knows. But the key is to not just play everything that you see. You've got to find an edge. You've got to find something you like. And honestly, it's kind of a weak slate for me on Saturday games. I've got 3 plays that I actually I favor a lot, and I am going to be putting a little money on. And they're actually kind of marquee games for, I'm assuming, most of our listening group here. The first one I want to start off with the Hurricanes game in Southern Miss. Yeah. I think Miami is obviously the far superior team. That's not, in question here. The game's obviously at 27 points. So Vegas is telling you it's going to be over pretty early. And that's kind of how I see this playing out. I see Miami jumping out a little bit on them, but Miami's got a huge game next week. They're going to Texas A&M. I think Cristobal with these 2 games has done a good job of getting the fan base excited, putting some points on the board, but he ain't no rookie coach. He understands that you do not show all your cards. This is almost preseason in the NFL. You want to get your guys some live reps. You want to get your tackling good, but you don't show everything for your first game. And Miami's first game really isn't until next week. I like Southern Miss here. I want
To
the
cover the
27
spread?
points. Yes, of course. Miami's going to win. I think they're going to jump out pretty big early, And then I think you might see some starters pulled, obviously, as the game wears on. I don't want to say guys losing interest, but when the game's in hand, you start looking ahead.
Yeah,
You get
they're
some
gonna,
young guys in. I see a
Yeah.
backdoor cover here. I like Southern Miss, maybe with a late touchdown or two, just to squeeze by. But 27 points is a lot, so
It
I
is. That's a lot of points.
I can't eat that. So I'm taking Southern Miss here, but like I said, Miami is going to walk away with this game.
Yeah, it's not going to look like they didn't win by 30 plus points. It's just not going to be that way. You get that slacker.
It's going to look like a domination, but the final score may be closer than what the game looked like early on. That's what I'm thinking. My next game is a huge game. A lot of eyeballs are going to be on this, and I actually like this game partly. It's the Texas-Alabama game. Huge game. NFL scouts, everybody's going to be watching this game. There's a lot of first-round talent everywhere.
They're giving the Texans plus 21.
Well, listen, I like it. The Longhorns are not there. Once they get in the SEC, some better recruiting classes. They've got some good guys coming in the next class. Still a good team. Alabama's dominant. I like this as a first half play. I like Texas plus 13.5. If you can shop around and find it at 14, please bite on that and take it. I think with Texas, early on, Alabama had a cupcake last week. I think that they're going to come out. They're going to start a little bit slow. Texas is going to be fired up. They're going to have the crowd. They're going to have everything going for them. 13.5 points at a halftime.
I got 14.5 for the first.
It's went up?
Yeah, I got 14.5.
If you can get that 14.5, I love it more. My idea is take Texas here, take those points in a first half. By the second half, Alabama's way too deep, way too talented. Will eventually, and Nick Saban, he has a way of being pissed off about anything and everything. And if they even have this game within 2 touchdowns at half, I think he's going to lay into his guys and they're going to come out and just blow the doors off. And it'll end up being probably about a 24 to 27 point game at the end of this thing. But
yeah,
take Texas first half. Do not play the whole game. I do not like it for the full game.
I like that. I took that. I took that bet. I like that bet. That's a good bet right there.
My next game, near and dear to my heart. I'm not going to hide it, guys. I'm a Gator. However, I'm biased towards money. So don't ever think if I ever pick Florida, it's because I'm a homer. If you know me, I'm 100% Gator, but when it comes to betting, you got to separate emotion. Usually, I don't enjoy betting on my team because it really takes it out, especially when you're a favorite. When you're a dog, hell yeah. You got everything. If you win, you're super happy you won and won money. However, this game is at 6 points. UF at home. They did come off a huge upset win last week. People are worried about a letdown. However, Kentucky is, when I say decimated by injury and suspensions, it's amazing that they held on to the number 20 ranking against, honestly, an inferior opponent last week, and they didn't look that great during most of it. Now, Florida laying 6. I love this play for the full game. I think it's probably going to get, when I say ugly, 17 to 20 points. I see UF winning here. Kentucky has no running game. They're working on transfers that aren't nearly as good. They're all SEC running back. Had a DUI, is still suspended. That is their workhorse. That is going to be their offense. I know they have a first-round talent at quarterback. That's great. But if you can't run the ball, and we know you're one-dimensional, we're going to pick it off and just continue to tee off on you. Anthony Richardson, dark horse Heisman candidate. He's not going to win it. However, he is exciting, electric. Everybody's got to watch him. But UF last year in Kentucky, with Dan Mullen basically checked out of the entire season, had 15 penalties. We played like crap the entire game, and they still should have beat Kentucky. This is a better UF team, and I think this is a Kentucky team that is, if didn't take a step back, hasn't really improved much.
What about? But isn't like the Kentucky quarterback all being looked at and shit like that?
Yeah, that's good. However, he's going to be coming into the swamp. I think that, like I said, with all the
Hot
injuries,
as fuck.
suspensions.
So hot in Gainesville.
Yeah, I mean that affected more of a Western team like Utah than a Kentucky team. They're used to playing in the SEC. They go to plenty hot environments. I don't think that's going to wear on them. I just think the home crowd, UF's a better team. 6 points here. I don't like it to get to 7 because, God, it's just hard to swallow the whole touchdown, even though I know they're probably going to win this by double digits plus. If you can get it at 6, lock it in right now. That's all I like for the Saturday slate. There's quite a few other games I was close on, but I only pick the ones that I will personally play, and these are the games that I'm gonna play this week. The rest of them I'm gonna stay off. It's hard early in a season, and that's kind of the same way I feel with the NFL. But these are the 3 I want to play for Saturday. What do you guys think?
I mean, I'm not gonna argue. So you got
Southern Miss,
Gators.
take the
Gators
points.
laying the points.
Gators laying the 6. Got no problem with that. Texas, take them first half. If you said it's up to 14.5 now, love it. I love it at 13.5. Got to play it. Southern Miss against the U. Once again, not bashing Miami. They are going to win this, and they are going to win it with no problem. I don't see any issues here. 27 points is a lot. I think they're looking ahead a little bit on trying to not show too much and keeping their key guys from getting injured. So that's why I love this here.
Brandon, hey, how's it going, man? Long time no here, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Hey, the only pushback I would give a little bit, having watched the game last week and witnessed it, is I'm not so sure that we couldn't put up, like, maybe we won't put up a 70 burger,
no,
but I'm not so
70,
sure we can't easily cover that. What did you say it was, 27.5?
They can. They absolutely. I think they're going to come.
I mean, what I mean is without showing too much of our cards. Like, I think we might be able to. I guess it depends on how you feel about Southern Miss over Bethune-Cookman. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's definitely a step up. You know, Southern Miss over Bethune-Cookman, obviously. But I just think that we're 1 week ahead of Miami's biggest game. It's going to be huge.
So I don't.
Like I said, they're not going to be looking ahead like I'm saying they're not focused and they're going to be sloppy. Sure. I just think that once you get up 5 touchdowns, you get up, you get close to 40 points ahead of somebody, and you get in the middle of the third. It's only natural to kind of take your foot off a little. Right. You're instead of going for that kill shot, you're making business decisions. Maybe let one guy kind of slip through. He gets loose, scores a touchdown. It's a backdoor cover.
Right.
Miami's going to win this very handily. I just cannot.
I could see him being up 5 touchdowns.
Yes.
In the fourth quarter and letting off the gas and
then what do you know? 2 quick scores and then Southern Miss still wants to score. They're still trying to, they're not giving up.
Right. I have a question. I'm new to betting, so I'm new to it a little bit. But speaking of Saturday's games, I see some games, and I'll just use this as an example. Like, first one that came up here is Ohio State versus Arkansas. Yeah. The spread is like 44.5.
That's not
points.
Arkansas.
Or Arkansas State, I think it's Arkansas State. I'm sorry.
Yes.
It's like 44.5 points in favor of Arkansas.
Not in favor. They're giving them that many points.
Yeah, Ohio
that
State
means like for them to be at 0, they're going to start. They're going to start the game. Points.
Yes.
So can you? That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yes.
Can you explain to me what that means exactly?
Okay. So basically, all teams are not created equal.
Okay.
Vegas, in order to make the games from a betting standpoint more competitive, that some teams are better than others. Like if Alabama lines up against Vanderbilt, both SEC teams couldn't be further away on the spectrum. You can't just say, who do you got, Alabama or Vandy? Now they do a money line, but money line is just straight up winner. And those odds become so ridiculous where you got to, like on a game like I just gave, like if it was like an Alabama Vanderbilt, I would imagine if you wanted to say Alabama to win, of course they're going to win. Vegas is going to say, okay, put up
Minus
$5,000.
$400.
Yeah, put up $5,000, and if Alabama wins, we'll give you $20.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
they know how to cover their butt. But this is the thing where the teams that aren't as good or perceived to be as good coming into the game, Vegas says, you know what? Like Southern Miss, we'll give you almost 4 touchdowns to start the game. Now we start. So as long as they win, or I'm sorry, as long as they don't lose by more than 27 points, they're in Vegas eyes the winner.
I don't know
Does that
anything
make
about
sense?
I don't know anything about the Ohio Bobcats. What the hell is that? Because I'm looking at the Ohio Bobcats. I'm looking at them against Penn State, and they're getting plus 28. I know Penn State ain't that great, but it's like Ohio Bobcats like
there's also
They keep it within 28, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when you start, like I said, college is okay. The pros, you have 32 teams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They all work on the same salary cap. You get
And
a
there's
draft.
pretty much
It's
right. There's
supposed to
parity.
be
Right.
parity. Yeah, as much as you can get. In college, there's now more than ever. There is no parity in college, especially when you go from different conferences. When you look at like a Big Ten team or something like Penn State, they've got millions of dollars that they rake in. It doesn't matter if they win 2 games a year or 12 games for the year. They get a conference payout every year from TV deals, from revenue. They've got so much money coming in. And then you look at a team like Ohio, I believe is a MAC school. That's their conference. This is basically the disparity is these kids, a lot of these teams, like, okay, let me go back 1 second. Miami last week played Bethune-Cookman.
Yeah, Bethune-Cookman's getting paid money to play them.
Miami pays them money to come and take a loss. Well, why would somebody take money to take a loss? Because it funds their athletic department for the whole year by taking one ass whooping. It pays for Bethune-Cookman's track team. There's a reason why, but it's basically the rich have been getting richer and the poor has been getting poorer. And you have different conferences. It used to be a Power 5. It used to be a Power 5 conference, but honestly, there's really 2 conferences that have separated, and it's Big Ten and it's SEC. That's where all the money's at right now. Those conferences are pulling away. The Big 12 is on life support. ACC signed one of the worst TV deals in the history of sports, and they need to figure that out, or they're going to
even worse than NFL with DirecTV and Sunday Ticket.
Color.
Yes.
I know you live in Miami, but if you want to watch the Canes, it's impossible.
ACC
no bar is
network
showing
only. I know.
It's not the fact that they can't do it. It's the fact that they signed a deal with ESPN that locks them in, I believe, till 2036.
Wow.
So they're locked in. And the money that they're getting from ESPN on this deal, each college in the ACC is getting something like, I don't have the exact numbers. They get something like $30 million a year. Sounds like a lot of money, right? The Big Ten and the SEC has TV deals which aren't nearly as long. They're able to get $80 million a year per team. That's not including their selling beers and hot dogs. It's not tickets. That's just from the TV rights. So the rich are getting richer, and the ACC teams got a terrible deal. And you can't just say Miami can't just say Canes can't just say middle fingers to you. I'm leaving for the Big Ten or the SEC.
Well, apparently they're doing that in the next year or two.
Yeah, that is the rumor that Miami's looking to move, and Big Ten said they may add people. They may add more people. They said.
They may, and we'll see. Look, it's a constant shifting landscape. But my thing is, you were asking about why are some teams getting these huge point spreads?
Yeah, that's really
because some teams, these are basically minor league teams. Your Ohio State, your Alabama, your Michigans, your Clemson.
In some cases, Ali, it's even as bad as like Palm Beach State College playing somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Hurricane.
And the other colleges where you're talking about Roast Beef State playing, this is legitimately a college. This is where kids go to get an education.
Right. Colgate's another one.
Yeah, I mean, there's James Madison. I mean, there's all these little schools. They're there to be doctors and lawyers, and these really are. And these kids happen to just kind of play football because they were okay at some small high school in Idaho. You know what I'm saying? These aren't born and bred Miami 4-star kids that rip your heads off. That's the difference. That's why you get incredibly.
This guy's a dentist.
So essentially,
football.
the point spreads
unfair.
are really designed so it makes it more of
Makes it
you got
more
something else
interesting
to bet on,
more
right? So you got
interesting
something
have
else to
something
bet
to
on,
bet.
basically.
Got to have something to bet. Now, when
it's
you bet a
shit-
team like this,
If it's
where it's
shit
27
versus
points,
steak, I got to figure a way to even
Yeah.
the odds.
exactly.
gotcha.
And when you have a 27-point spread or something, now if you bet Miami and you want to lay 4 touchdowns, the odds are if I bet $100, I, could potentially win $100. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the vig is, it's a lot more even now. Instead of saying I bet $100 to win 32 cents.
Right. And Ali, the plus or minus on the odds just simply means exactly that. The plus or minus on the point spread is for what we were talking about earlier.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I hope I'm kind of
When it's
helped
plus-
out a little.
When it's
No,
plus,
that
it's
definitely
bringing
made
them
it
to
a
zero.
lot more
So plus,
understandable.
so Ali, basically plus odds are higher reward but higher risk. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
So,
and like I
what,
said, and in further episodes like we did last season, I will try to do for the guys that are newer to it or kind of curious about maybe trying their hand at some,
And
dibbling
Brandon,
and
real quick,
dabbling.
one other
I would like
question,
to
real quick.
explain.
When
Yes.
you're thinking about those odds, you knock 2 zeros off, right? So if it's plus or if it's plus 270, that's actually 2.7 to 1 odds, right?
Yeah, it's 2.7 to 1. That's one way of absolutely looking at it. But the easiest way is to basically say if it's plus 250, that means if I bet 100, I can win 250 plus
Right.
my original $100
2.5
bet that I
times
put
your
in.
money, right?
Yes. And if it's minus, that means let's say it's minus, 300. If I bet 100, I can win what?
$300.
$33.
No, if it's
$33.
minus,
Right. If you're
Yeah,
talking minus 300, yeah.
Yeah. So the plus your original $100 you get back.
Right.
So Brandon the Bookie, you also had a little bit of soccer you were looking at.
I wanted to give a little Premier League this week. However, the Queen happened to pass away. They just announced today that they're going to be canceling all 20 teams.
Yeah.
Are going to no matches this week. They haven't said any reschedule.
Really?
They haven't.
Can you at least give me like a
Yes.
little snapshot of what your picks would have been or what you would have done?
I actually did not get a lot of time to crunch what I was really, because once I saw that, I was going through them today. I liked a few games, but as soon as I heard that, I kind of dejected.
It's
and
hard to
I
bet
pulled
on
away.
soccer, to be honest.
It
It's
is.
really hard.
It is. I mean, like, and some people that are new to it, you see like Man U a couple weeks ago, lost to Brentford.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's an Alabama name wise losing to, Ball State.
Here's one. Here's the biggest one. Chelsea losing the Leeds like 2 or 3 weeks ago. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, Leeds. I'm starting to turn.
I
on
like
Leeds
them now.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna tap
I like them,
Ali.
man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tap Ali for my soccer DFS lineups, man. I have no
Soccer's
idea
my
what I'm
second
doing.
favorite sport, man. I gotta
Later on, I will get some soccer in. I cannot wait for the World Cup. We're gonna have a
We're gonna have
blast,
World Cup.
We're gonna
all
have a
freaking
blast.
time. It's gonna be awesome.
and it's gonna be great. But like I said, we will do that in future ones. But I did have 5 plays that I liked this week for the NFL. I have a hard time always week 1.
Of course.
It's hard to handicap. It's hard to feel an edge out.
There's no flow to guess. Everyone's
There's no flow,
DFS is
but
the
you
same
can't-
way. DFS is a total crapshoot, man.
everything is, even fantasy football. Everyone's picking Jonathan Taylor for like 100 yards rushing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a big fucking number to give anyone week 1. But then some of us go out there and put 200. You know what I'm saying?
can use with certain, when you look at in a more of like a macro level, you kind of look at maybe like an Aaron Rodgers type of quarterback.
Yeah, you have
obviously
to apply a
double
lot of
MVP.
game theory, a lot of game
However,
script theory. Yeah.
Do you remember what was it last year? They played. Was that last year? They played New Orleans to start the season, but they played in Jacksonville. Came out laid an egg, or maybe that was 2 years ago. You know, there's some times where you kind of look at stuff and you're like, well, does he start slow and trying to get a feel for his guys, or it's just tough, man.
well,
Week
remember
one is
Right.
just
So that
tough.
being said, before you get on your NFL picks, you got 3,000 left on a classic DFS DraftKings lineup. Who's your sleeper? Who's your $3,000 garbage player that breaks out?
I would have to see I would have to see kind of what I can play with that. I haven't looked over any fantasy at all.
Right.
Brandon's
I
not a
have not had the
fantasy
chance.
player.
I've never been a huge fantasy guy. I've played from time to time. Usually I get roped into a league by guilt.
Well, I'm going with my old faithful, trusty Mac Hollins, man. That's my guy.
Mac Hollins, okay.
Craig,
I am
Sebring,
excited to see how
agree
Damian Pierce
completely,
does this
by the
year
way.
because you remember going into the draft, being a Florida guy, I kind of once again
Oh,
sound
I
like
do have a
homer.
lineup with Pierce in it. I did roster.
I
him on
was
one of
saying
my-
the
Pierce
kid
is
is
my number
mid-round.
2 running back in my fantasy this week, dude. I'm not.
So, see,
I'm riding
starting
home
him in
with
Happy
every
John's
league I
going
have.
season
There's-
long with him, Brandon.
Hold on, I have to go. Let me go right back, and I'm giving you my NFL picks. 1 minute.
All right. Yeah. Come.
All right.
Go ahead. Yeah.
But Craig Sebring, however you say that, I'm sorry. Marcus Freeman is the real deal for a coach for Notre Dame. I completely agree. Give him a year or two, and he's going to have that team up there every game, guaranteed.
Color. The next game on our list is the Jaguars versus Commanders. Think you could watch the back as I run real quick? I'll be right back.
Sure.
All right.
Jaguars versus Commanders. Is that what he said?
Yep.
Mm.
All right. So we got. Let's see. Sorry, I'm scrolling down to it.
Actually, Color, I'm going to have to leave the stream and then reload StreamYard. It keeps freezing up on me.
Sure, go ahead.
So I'll be right back, and then just add me back.
Really? That's on. You said that's Reason? Saying that? Really? I'd have to go back and watch. I don't take for granted what people say that other people say because it's gotten me in trouble before. But yeah, with a grain of salt, we'll see what happens. I like him. I'm liking that. So we got the Jaguars and Commanders. Jaguars are getting 2.5 points.
Mm-hmm.
And the money line is plus 120 for the Jags, underdogs. And score total over under is 44. Just to give a game overview.
Is there no player props?
Nope, not right now.
Damn.
Again, it's so hard. The player props are also something that correlates a lot with daily fantasy. Because, you know, for instance, if they're saying, hey, if Vegas is setting it like Najee Harris, right? He set it, what, 58 yards it was or whatever?
Wow, look at this. Race to 20 points. The neither is at plus 425.
Well, so for instance, what I was saying is like if Najee Harris gets the over on his yardage and the over on whatever they have for touchdowns, you can kind of correlate that and say, okay, well, he's going to produce a lot of fantasy points this week, you know, or Vegas expects this game. You can look at those prop lines and say, and kind of correlate who's expected to have decent production this week and kind of make, you know, maybe differentiate player picks on fantasy sports. Yeah. Plus, what is
Color,
it?
let me. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, Color.
No, go ahead.
I was going to ask a question. When under first scoring play of the game, I've seen this on a couple. What does command like when it says like whatever the team name is, any other score, and it says plus 5,000?
Like if they get a safety, if they get a safety for the first score,
okay, or let's say they
run back
a field goal or whatever, and they take it back or whatever, right?
No, like the field goal is covered under its own.
No. Let's, you know how like sometimes they kick, you can, like, for example, someone can kick a field goal, right? And they miss or whatever, and it lands in the player's hands. He could run it back still, can he?
Yeah, but that's still a touchdown.
Oh, it's still considered a touchdown. Okay.
Yeah, unless it's
All
an
right.
extra point, in which case the other team would have already scored first.
Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you're saying.
So basically, it's a safety.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying.
So what?
can't think of any other-
Logger Hop reason says that Lamar's coming here. I didn't see anything. He said that I was doing this, but I mean, I told you guys way back when that I had this source long ago.
Vegas has this at plus 400, the second team to hit him if he decides to leave the Ravens.
And
I'm not trying to
way
say
back
anybody's
when,
being
Color.
disingenuous, but I've learned my lesson with that gentleman. I'd have to hear him say it out of his own mouth, so I'll have to go watch his stream.
Yeah, I'll go
and
watch it.
see what he actually said, because not to say that a person's lying. I'm not trying to call anybody a liar. I'm just saying it's gotten me
I
in
don't
trouble
know.
before,
Maybe
just assuming he
Logger
said
Hop
things.
interpreted it differently.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But I was
don't want to put
told
words in his mouth.
I was told by a reliable source in Florida last year that he wants to be here. And since then, that source has only been made good again and again and again with him showing him wants to be here. So,
especially when he trained here all off season. I know a lot of players train here, but all of the PR pictures and stuff you saw of him with the kids and stuff was down here in South Florida. It wasn't.
He
in
was
Baltimore.
making it known that he's a man about the town in South Florida.
that's right. So, but I don't think anything happens anytime soon. You know, now I'll tell you what, Tua comes out and gets injured or fails or something. Then again, remember, ain't nothing like that happen until the owner gets back in the building.
Is there any bets going on if he's going to get the big money or no? The big money contract or no?
Possibly.
So we'll see. All right, what you guys were talking about, the Jaguars and Commanders?
Yeah.
Jacksonville is minus, or plus 2.5. I don't know if there's any.
There's no player props.
There's no prop bets on that.
No player props, no.
That doesn't surprise me, man, because
There
that's
was none on the Lions game. Can you believe that?
Well, those are both hard games to read. They'll probably get some tomorrow too. They're probably still making them, but some of the games are harder to read than others. Let's see here. Kansas City Chiefs versus the Arizona Cardinals. Chiefs are favored by 6.5 points in that game. Money line minus 250 with them. That's a straight up bet. Cardinals are obviously plus 6.5 points. If you take them in a straight up bet to beat the Chiefs, it'd be plus 210. Points are going to be scored. They're expecting 38.5 points or 53.5 points in that game. Excuse me. So, player props. Patrick Mahomes over 2.5 touchdowns plus 125. I mean, it would be a Patrick Mahomes game with 3 touchdowns, but they're expecting him to get at least 2. Let's see. Man, nothing. James Conner, 4.5 receptions. If he gets over that, it's plus 105. I think he will get over that because Chase Edmonds isn't there taking a lot of those catches. Gosh, dude, this is a weak one too.
The over-under is 53.5.
I know. It's a lot of points. They set
It'll
Patrick
probably be
Mahomes.
one-sided too.
Even if it's not, I could see Patrick Mahomes scoring 31 points and that team scoring whatever else it is or something like that, It'll be close, too close to bet. It's going to be a high-scoring game. I don't know. I would probably take the under. They don't have D-Hop. Kyler Murray, is he going to come out and play like top end Kyler Murray running all over the joint, passing all over the joint. That team has in the past started out hot every year. It's
do
always
they even
later in
have
the year
Hollywood
they start-
Brown?
Yes, they do have Hollywood Brown.
Even with his crazy speeding like accident he had or whatever it was?
I think I don't know, actually. Now
Let me
that you
look
say
that up.
that. I don't know if that was like up to the team to suspend him or something. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know, but that's a game too close to actually even try to find a little action on. The Vikings versus the Packers. So Green Bay's favored, but not by much. They're only minus 1 point from you can take the Vikings in a straight up bet for 105, 46.5 points. So they expect it to be a low scoring game. Wonder what kind of props they're putting on this bad boy. Let's see. No player props. Dude, lame, bro. Lame. I don't know if I think the Packers win or lose this game. I know they're going to try to run the ball, and Rodgers, if it was a primetime game, I would feel different, but because it's not, I think it's a 4:00 game at that. In division, Aaron Rodgers doesn't practice with the team. He takes a hiatus. He's doing ayahuasca. You could see him starting and knocking some rust off and dropping this football game. What do you guys think?
RELAX.
What about 3 unanswered scores? I don't think anyone does that in this game. 3 unanswered scores.
Right.
The
I
no
agree.
is plus 185. Boom. I'm taking that. I like that. Let's see. Packers win by 6 or more. Vikings win by 6 or more. Any other result is plus 170. So if the game is close, under a touchdown, you can get 170. I kind of like that too. I think the game will be close. What do you think? If the Vikings win, it's by a slim margin.
Right.
I still think if the Packers win, they're not running away with it, beating them by a touchdown. I'm taking it. Let's see if they'll let me parlay.
I agree with that.
No, they won't. But I like the plus odds on both of them. I'm taking it.
According to Irving, Lamar confirmed that he had hopes to be throwing passes to Cheetah by spring of 2023.
The Fonz of the
Boom.
Fonz wish he was this good looking. That motherfucker. Hey. I start hitting shit and it starts working. Use my magical fist. That's what she said. What is this saying? Yeah, bro. Watch out. All right, let's see what's the next game we got going on here. I think I got a little out of order. Color.
Yeah, you missed Raiders and Chargers.
Yeah, let's do that one. That's a good game right there. Raiders and Chargers. Why don't you read the line for me, Color?
Chargers are favored at minus 180 on the money line. And Vegas is getting plus 3.5. And they are plus 160 underdogs on the money line. Score total over under is 52.
Wow. So they think the Chargers are going to win this football game.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think too. and there's no player props.
I don't know, bro. I kind of like the fucking Raiders to win this game.
I kind of do too.
I like the Raiders in this game.
I hear you guys, but I think you guys are over on Raiders defense, man. The Chargers defense is it's there, and I don't think the Raiders have
It's there
anything.
because the additions, but I ain't seen shit yet. You know, I just got to be real. And like, who's their defensive coordinator? Is it the same guy they had last year? You know what I'm saying?
don't know.
I've seen
Right.
this. I've seen this mistake happen before. You sprinkle some talent there, and you think everything's gonna be all right. You know, I like the Chargers' offense. They push the ball down the field, so that's hard to compete with. But the fucking Raiders were slaying it all year with nobody at coach, nobody running their team. Josh McDaniels comes in there, been wanting to work with Carr. I'm taking the Raiders to win this game. Talk myself into it. Raiders money line plus 160. I think the Raiders win. Taking it. It's done. I don't trust the Chargers till I trust them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm taking the Raiders in that game. I bet you that was one of Brandon the bookies. I guarantee you that was one of his. They're giving the Chargers plus money on that, or the Raiders plus on that. Fuck
Right.
that. You're talking about the best wide receiver in football last year. It's on that football team, along with Hunter Renfrow. Mac Hollins will be trickling in there every now and again. And then they got Darren Waller, who was just annihilating fools. They ran that.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll wait till you're done.
They ran that pro style offense with only 5, not max protect ever. They always wanted. They did like what the Dolphins did with Mike Gesicki. They never had him in. They always had him in the slot with Darren Waller a lot, and they still did fine.
I definitely hear you. I do definitely understand, what the Raiders did last season. In addition, I do understand that Devontae Adams has been really good receiver for several years, but this is the time we're going to see him without Aaron Rodgers, and we don't know if he's the same receiver without him.
Yeah, we do, because he and
you can tell me. Hold on.
Friends and shit like that.
Carr has been friends with him, but you can be friends, and you could say we played college together, but that's been several years, and that chemistry may or may not be there, bro.
Dude, that fucking Devontae Adams is just a giant monster that catches footballs. I don't even think you got to be a good quarterback to throw to him at times. I'm just being real.
I hear what you're feeling. I don't agree.
They've got no player props on the Giants versus Titans game, and I really wanted to take a Saquon Barkley touchdown. I wanted to see the player props on Saquon because I think he's going to be. I don't know how long he'll last, but early in this football season, they're going to give him the rock a lot and test him out, and they have to. They got nothing else.
That's the Giants game. There's nothing.
There's no player props on that Giants game either. That sucks.
What's the over/under on how many carries Saquon gets?
There's no
before he gets injured.
There's no player props.
I was trying to get the joke out, but that's okay.
I didn't hear it.
Like, what's the over/under on how many carries he gets before he gets injured?
I bet you that's somewhere.
I mean, the dude, I literally haven't seen him for more than 2 plays in my life. I mean, I don't watch the Giants, so that's part of it. But the guy goes in for a game, and then you don't hear from him for the rest of the year.
Yeah, fuck that.
Did you guys already go over the Cowboys game?
Not yet, no.
The Wetters game?
Ooh, I can't wait till you see that. There's a lot of pair flops.
What, the Cowgirls and...
Yeah.
Fucking ears.
Yep.
All right, so that is the next game. Tampa Bay Bucks versus the Cowboys. Cowboys are Tampa Bay is favored in this game with -2.5.
It's a good question, Cap. I don't know if you got one or not.
I don't know.
I'm sure it could be arranged.
The over-under is at 50.5. If you take Dallas to win this game, it's plus 125. Shit. I can see. I mean, here's the thing. Tampa's O-line got injury.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But the Dallas defense doesn't have anybody.
This is true.
You know, they do have Micah Parsons, and the kid seems to be like a beast, and they got Diggs in the secondary. And I don't know, maybe their defense can work around some of the pieces. I don't know. I do know that they got rid of a lot of people. But they expect a lot of points scored, 50.5 points.
I think Brady's going to shred this game.
Really?
Yeah.
Me too,
I
actually.
think he wants to put Dak out of his misery.
I still think Dak throws for 3 touchdowns this game.
I don't know. Dak just picked up an ankle injury, so I'm not sure about that.
Oh, that's right.
And who's his top receiver? Michael Gallup?
CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb, who I've got on my fantasy team.
CeeDee Lamb can do some stuff. I just don't think he can carry this team on his back. That's the only issue I have with it. The other question is who's going to be really running the ball? Is Ezekiel Elliott really back, or is it just going to be Tony Pollard the whole way?
I don't trust Zeke as far as I can spit.
Okay, there you go.
I think Zeke's a good running back. I just don't think he's the Zeke we remember. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I think he could still be effective.
Supposedly he's in the best shape of his life, though. That's the other part of it. So it's kind of
that's usually what they say right before they get injured.
That is the Sunday night game.
It is. So this is a prime timer. Okay. Over 2.5 touchdown passes for Tom Brady is plus 155.
I agree with that. He can do that.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. I might take that. Let's see what else they got.
Tom Brady.
I kind of like let me find it. I saw it.
Dak
earlier.
Prescott interceptions. If he throws an interception, plus 110.
I like that one because that's bound to happen.
I like that too. I like that too, especially for the first game of the year and in prime time where he struggles the most.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Where is it?
Ezekiel Elliott reception set at 3.5. If he catches more than 3, it's plus 145.
I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
So they have Leonard Fournette under 13.5 rushing attempts, plus 110. I kind of like that.
You're
Yeah.
more likely to see Fournette get those 3.5 receptions.
Let me look at Fournette. 31 receiving yards is the set. That's a high amount of receiving yards for him. 4.5.
Get that on one touchdown.
On one reception, you mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, usually he'll bust out a touchdown from that range. Like occasionally, you know.
Yeah, he's also been known to play the what do they call that? Where they just dump it off to him off to the side. And
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And he's been known to take that from that range sometimes, like every once in a while.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's more likely him than the other guy.
I kind of like the under 4.5 receptions too.
I don't know. Brady likes to throw to him.
That's true.
Leonard Fournette, 4.5 receptions. The under is 105. He does get some passes, but it's usually only like fucking 4. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let's find out. Well, I'll do that dive real quick. Hold on a second. Let's see just what he did last year. On the
average.
Bowl.
So let me ask you a question. What do you guys have, like, if you were just play the game total point range, what would you take?
Was it 50?
50.5? I don't know, man.
I'm going to go over on that.
I'm going to go under.
That's a fucking push to me.
That could easily be a 33-30 game.
I think Dak throws 3, and I think Tom throws 3, and they just outscore them with field goals and rushing touchdowns.
See, I think Tom throws 3 and then Dak only throws 2.
Last year, Leonard Fournette last year had 4.9 receptions per game.
Yeah, I told you it's like 4 or 5. I ain't even fucking with it.
For a total of 2 touchdowns on the year. His yards per game was 32.4.
It's set at 31.
Catch rate is 82%. Yards per target 5.4.
They also said that this season he has come into camp but not in the best of shape. He was overweight, if you remember.
The only thing worth betting is what I bet on.
Mm-hmm.
And that was Dak Prescott throwing an interception. I'm willing to put money on it.
Yeah, I'll take that bet.
I take that all day.
But I tell you what, though, look at Vegas setting that line. They know what they went to the same site I did just to set that line. They're like, well, we don't know. Well, Fournette, how many receptions per game? 4.5. Same with our record. They just took the 3-year average to set the 8.5.
All right. Check my account. All right, good. That came out. All right. Got a couple of prop bets, money line, a spread. I'm liking it.
So my parlay of the week is I took the money line on the Texans at plus 280 and parlayed that with the Raiders at plus 160.
What, just the games?
Yeah, just the money line. Took both those money lines on a parlay. So I got the Raiders at plus 160 plus the Texans at plus 280. That's my parlay of the week right there. We'll see what happens. I put a buck on it or so. Couple bucks.
Let's see. What's the next game? Wait, how did I end up in week 2?
I think that was all of them. Was that all the games?
Oh, because if you keep scrolling down past Monday night,
okay, I got you.
It'll give you some of the previews for week 2.
All right.
So we got the Broncos and the Seahawks Monday night.
So Seahawks plus 7.5.
And the money line's plus 225, which I don't think anybody thinks the Seahawks are going to beat the Broncos, to be honest with you.
The over-unders at 44. I think they get that over all day. So I'm going to take that over and parlay it with another one as well. Hold on. I was just looking at it. Oh, Green Bay, Minnesota at 46.5. I'm going to parlay that. I'm going to bet a little bit more.
Yeah, Lager Hop. All I need is the New York accent. You know, like I don't know how to do it like he does. Larry King. That's first time I've heard Larry King.
Well, I can't do it.
Good evening, America. The world is shit. Buy my product.
Buy yourself a pair of overalls. Buy yourself a pair of overalls. Any player props on this? No, not a fucking near one. Currently, no. Man, dude, they're gonna be wanting everyone to bet all this on Sunday morning. They'd be like, "Yeah, we'll throw them in there." We're waiting for game time decisions. First, all right, let's see. See if there's any good gameplay. Three unanswered times plus 185 on no. I'm taking that again, bro. I don't believe in any of these teams scoring 3 times.
I know those are some decent bets right there.
Yeah, I don't believe on any of them, bro. Get out of here with that bullshit. And then Broncos win by 6 is minus 140. That's the first. That's the biggest margin I've seen. So they think the Broncos are going to beat the shit out of the Seahawks. Seahawks win by 6 is plus
Russell
475.
Wilson revenge homecoming game.
Yeah, I know. I'd like to throw context and say Carroll's going to do this and DK and watch what Geno Smith does or something like that, but I can't even convince myself.
We know what Geno Smith is by now. For
I
anybody
know,
who
right?
thinks that Geno Smith is going to surprise anybody, I would offer you a Teddy Bridgewater.
Thank you, bro.
Y'all argued with me all summer about Teddy Bridgewater, but people want to say Geno Smith is going to be all of a sudden different than what he's been, which is worse than Teddy Bridgewater, by the way.
Thank you. Yes.
There's not a bet that DK Metcalf is going to chase down a defender who caught an interception. Because I bet you that happens again.
I know, right? Same with Drew Lock. If you think he's going to be anything different than he's been since forever.
And they got all the...
Here's a bet I'm willing to take. Sometime this season, Geno Smith is going to cause another head fumble.
Right?
I'll take the bet that Geno Smith gets his jaw broke again.
Oh, shit.
You know that story?
By Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I know the whole thing, what happened.
Yeah, me too.
He kind of... All right, in
He
my
told him,
opinion...
go fuck yourself.
In my opinion, I really feel he deserved it. This is just my opinion.
I don't know if he should have punched him in the face, but I feels it at the same time.
The guy ghosted him, though.
He could get caught flirting with Russell Wilson's wife and then, get popped in the jaw again,
What, he did? I didn't hear that.
No, I'm saying he could.
Oh, he could. I was like, what? This motherfucker getting jacked all over the joint.
I mean, here's my opinion. Okay, so essentially for me, it's not that he didn't go to the event like he was supposed to. He may have had other obligations or whatever. That I don't mind.
He told the guy to fuck off about it.
Yeah, he ghosted him. He didn't answer his phone calls and told the guy to fuck off.
Ghosted him, bro.
Ghosted him and ghosted the money.
Yeah. That's the part where I think he deserved to be punched.
If you saw the interview with the guy that punched him, he said, look, it wasn't about the money. But the fact that he ghosted me up to that point, then it had to be about something, so it became the money. Then when he told me to fuck off, that's what happened.
Exactly.
That's how he said it. It wasn't about the money. He didn't mind.
Right. It's like, hey, Judge, I broke his
$8,000.
knees because he owed me money, not because he ghosted me.
Yeah, no, he didn't care about the $5,000 to $8,000
right.
plane tickets and money and shit that was lost. Putting his
that was just
face
on the record
everything.
what it was about, right?
but because he was ghosting him the whole time, he's like, bro, you gotta fucking pay me back or some shit. The guy, then he said, fuck you. That's what getting punched in your face was. Probably would have never even had the money, would have never heard about it. But because he said fuck you, he got punched in the face. And that's what happens. You disrespect me, and then you disrespect me. Now you get disrespected like that. So
getting your jaw broken changes a man,
humble the fuck out of a motherfucker, bro. Humble your ass.
I wonder what the money line is if Geno Smith can actually eat corn on the cob anymore.
Oh, I guarantee you, bro. That was inside the facility. They're in New York. Well, they're in New Jersey, but the team.
That was pretty rough, Ali. If I didn't know you better.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's eating corn on the cob later tonight.
I know corn on the cob is the go-to. Look.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
I know the corn on the cob is the go-to for people that have hard time chewing. So I didn't take anything beyond that from it.
Okay, that's where I was going with it because I've had surgery done on my mouth.
Right. I get what you're
And-
saying. I totally get where you're coming from. And
It's
I
a
in
bitch.
my life, I use Snyder's pretzels.
So
Yeah.
how many points do you think this game totals out to? Because if I might bet the under and not bet the under, because the point total they got here is
What do they have?
31 to 40 points scored in the game will give you plus 275.
I'm taking the under.
You think it's less than 31 points scored in the game?
Yeah, my prediction is 21 to 7. That's my prediction.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
Those
I can
odds,
tell you,
those
I'm
odds
I'm
are
gonna tell
plus.
you what. I'm gonna tell you
I
why.
think I'm gonna be sick Monday night.
I'm gonna go under because
That
I'll tell
is
you
a
why.
boring ass football game. I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
because if memory serves me right, the Broncos are without a receiver. One of their big time receivers are injured, or both of them might be actually. So that's an issue. That leaves the running game, so it's gonna be more of a running game. Seattle, they'll be lucky to get a touchdown, and I think it's gonna come from a Metcalf play of
Is
some
it
kind.
in Denver?
No, it's in Seattle.
It's in Seattle
Okay. All right,
too.
continue.
The other thing Seattle has, which I don't think he's going to play, otherwise I'd maybe say the 31 points are definitely going to be covered. That's Kenneth Walker, and I think he is has an ankle sprain or something. So I have to go back and look. I don't know if I heard he was questionable for week 1. So
Yeah, but you know what?
Man, I might
Everybody's
play
got a lot of
Melvin Gordon in a
questionables.
fantasy lineup this week.
Everybody's
Say
got
what?
a lot of questionables this week. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
they don't have to show their hand just yet.
And the other guy, the other running back that Seattle has, which I'm pretty sure he's still there, Rashad Penny. Yeah, that guy will never. He's like Kellen Balaj, dude, just
Yeah.
bigger.
He's okay. He's not that good.
No.
Mm,
Oh, they do have Lockett though. See, they could
Yeah.
cover the 30. Now I'm thinking about it.
yeah, I'm thinking more 31 to 40 points.
I'm
I'm
going
doing it.
for-
I'm
yeah.
going 31 to 40 points is going to be scored, and I'm betting a couple of shillings on it. All right, I've spent, like $100 now in bets. Not even.
By the way, Ali, Rashad Penny,
Yeah.
excellent football name, bro.
I figured you would say that. I think Kenneth Walker III is a very good name as well.
Oh yeah, that's a good one too.
He's the guy that's taking Rashad Penny's job midway through the season.
Of course, Kenneth Davis is a little better. He was the guy that backed up Thurman
Vernon
Thomas.
Davis, that's a good name too.
Yeah, Vernon Davis, pretty good name.
Oh, Kenneth Davis, I said.
I know. I said
Oh,
Vernon
right.
Davis.
Bro, Vernon
That was a
Davis,
good
yeah.
name
Yep.
as well.
Laquan Treadwell. I mean, great football name.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that friggin' futures is the best one where the Eagles are going to lead at the half, but the Lions are going to come back to win it. That along with the Ravens, the Jets, Ravens to win by 13 to 18 points is a good
See,
one.
I'm not so high on the Eagles now. I was at the beginning of
Yeah.
the offseason, but now I don't know, man. Now
I should have
don't know.
added Detroit to a triple parlay, bro. I forgot about them. I got to lay some money on Detroit. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. I got a couple of good ones that if I hit on a few of these things, it'll be good. It's not a lot.
Who should I parlay Detroit with on a money line? Pittsburgh over Cincinnati at plus 235. Falcons over Saints at plus 195.
What was the
I
other
don't
one?
believe in Mariota, bro. I can't pick
No, I
the
don't.
Falcons.
It's either Pittsburgh over Cincinnati or the Saints.
Jags over Commanders.
I would take, if I was going to go for gold, I would take Houston over the Colts.
I already
Like
got
that.
them with the Raiders.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
All right.
parlay.
Fuck. Yeah, then I wouldn't even fuck with it no more. I mean, that third parlay, I mean, you're going to go, why
No, I
do
want to
that?
do a second double parlay with Lions,
Oh, okay.
with the Lions money line and somebody else.
Take the Dolphins to win. That's easy money.
It won't give me enough return.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'd rather take. Well, I ain't gonna say it because I don't want Master at Twerk to clip me. So, you know what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do that anyway because
I don't do that.
Yeah,
That's not how that
Pete
works.
Rose. That's Pete Rose territory.
Yeah, I don't do that. That's Pete Rose territory. Well, if I win all these bets, be good. Doubtful, but that'd be nice.
Maybe I'll parlay that with an over under somewhere. Let's see. No, because everything's minus 110. I ain't gonna do none of that. Let's see. Damn. Maybe I'll go Steelers over Bengals. Get a little Q love. Maybe Q will help cheer me on that one, you know? Q in chat tonight. I ain't seen Q around tonight.
No, it's a Friday night. It's a slower night, and it's the betting show. So
Right.
Well, that's it
let him know.
for what I got for bets. I don't think Brandon the Bookie's gonna make it back. It's probably not. He's been dealing with driver stuff. But you gonna do coffee and a cup of color tomorrow? Color? Is that the plan?
Yes.
Okay, so you're doing Saturday. Okay.
You're gonna
Not
go in
sure
the morning,
exactly what time, but
sometime in the earlier day.
I don't foresee later than noon. It's gonna be early. It's gonna be morning. I want to get everybody started. You know, I was gonna talk about of course, what we got to do to beat the Patriots, what they got to do to beat us, and finishing up my free DFS lineups.
Yeah, I want to see that DFS lineup.
I want to get the audience involved with the last couple I got left. Oh, speaking of, while we're on that, hold on, I wanted to finish my where the hell is my bet slip, because it logged out on me before I made that bet. Okay, so Lions are on there. Let me go ahead and lock in Lions and Steelers. I was saying, right?
Yeah.
All
Man,
right.
that's probably the best. Lions and Steelers.
So we'll put that on a parlay. All right. So now that that's done, wait.
I don't think Andrew Van Ginkel's gonna make it for the game. I hope Eric Rowe
He
makes
did
it.
Practice limitedly, but he practiced.
Yeah, I think they'll play it safe with him. Eric Rowe, I hope he plays. Pectoral injury. Roquan
was limited as well.
But you know what? He wasn't limited Wednesday. This is only limited in Thursday and Friday. So hopefully it's nothing. Tanner Connor, I don't think he'll play. And Sylvan Ahmed. Man, imagine if Tanner Connor suits up week 1. That'd be fucking nuts.
I know, right?
Watch him be like that janky person that they put in a position that he's gonna score a touchdown out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. They're just gonna say, yeah, line up your linebacker on Tanner Connor. Find out.
Okay, so here's my out of like far left field lineup on the this is in the free body armor edge tournament that Body Armor Edge is sponsoring on DraftKings. I'll give them a free plug. Why not? Get over there and check them out. Thanks, Body Armor. Appreciate you. And so I've got Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Raheem Mostert, Terry McLaurin, Chris Olave, Hunter Renfrow, Mark Andrews, the Dolphins defense, and my flex is Mac Hollins.
Which one contest was that again?
That's the Body Armor Edge football throwdown or whatever it's called.
If I was going to make a flex and you're doing Mac Hollins, I really would make my flex a running back. Because who's gonna get?
You're not going
more
to get that production out of a $3,000 running back, though.
But yeah, like what running back is there? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Not at
like,
3,000.
Let me give you mine.
Like, you know what? You know what running back I would pick? Whatever running back that was the third running back that you can afford for the Ravens. Who's that guy? Because I know they lost the one dude to Tennessee, I think, or some shit.
They still got Gus Edwards, and they still got what's his name? Dobbins, J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah, but who's the third guy? Because I don't think you could get it unless
they
you
picked
could
up
get
Drake.
Gus. They picked
Now,
up Drake.
alternatively, on another lineup,
Ravens picked up Drake.
On the draft time matchups, whoever that is, they got a free one, and I've got Lamar Jackson, Michael Carter, Chase Edmonds, Duvernay, which is Jackson's receiver, Mike Williams, Cedric Wilson, Mark Andrews, Derrick Henry, and the Dolphins D.
Yeah, let me tell
like
you
your first one way better.
This is what I got on the
better.
edge, the body armor edge thing. This is the one I got. Justin Herbert, DeAndre Swift, Damian Pierce, Keenan Allen, Brandon Ayuk, Treylon Burks, Andrews, Zay Jones, and the Dolphins D. Zay Jones is my flex.
Zay Jones and Ayuk are the only ones that could go either way. Yeah, Ayuk could get a fucking touchdown in 65 yards. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Zay Jones, I don't know what to think about him.
So in a major differentiator, I've also got the Frito-Lay lineup, which features Justin Fields at quarterback.
Oh no,
God.
Michael Carter, Derrick Henry. I would not be doing this if it wasn't a free lineup, by the way.
Gotcha, Eric.
Okay, so Justin Fields, Michael Carter, Derrick Henry, Christian Kirk, Mike Williams, Cedric Wilson, David Njoku, Austin Eckler, and the Dolphins D.
That team's not gonna win. Fuck. I'm just being real. There's just too many holes. That team ain't gonna win a fucking thing.
But if it does, it'll have to be first place because it's definitely differentiated.
Yeah.
Again, we can play around with these tomorrow on the show. You know, that's kind of what I intend to do. You know, these are just like a shot in the dark. I was just randomly.
Yeah, that I would make some adjustments for sure.
I also have Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Damian Pierce, Tyreek Hill, AJ Brown, St. Brown from
Amon St. Brown.
Amon St. Brown. That's what I'm thinking of. I picked up Smythe as my tight end. My flex is Corey Davis and Commanders D.
It's not that bad.
Who's he?
That's
even
not
playing
that bad.
for these days?
Tennessee.
The Jets.
Still?
He's playing for the Jets.
Oh, so you're trying to get a little off that Tannehill pie without having to play Tannehill. I see what you're doing there.
Yeah, I got you.
It was the best I could afford at the time, so I just
not a bad move.
Corey Davis actually might be a sleeper week one, you know, in the Joe Flacco revenge tour. So, all right, guys, make sure you're hitting the like button, subscribing. Catch all the shows. Talk 7 TMI Tuesdays, live around 9. Thursdays, you got late night color commentary. You also catch Color doing some morning action stuff. Fridays, cash and tickets. Brandon the Bookie will be here back in full gear here soon enough. And then you got Late Night XL Ali doing it tomorrow night. Be able to catch him there doing it. You're going to go a little earlier than 10 though, right?
Yeah, we're probably going to go around 9:30. Like I said, I'm trying to shut the show down probably at that point. Around 12:30 at the very latest.
Yeah, you don't want to be up too late.
Yeah,
and then El Capitan, all the other times, days, every other stuff. Cash App, Venmo, guys, Fanatics link is in the description, as well as Backroom Collections, and as well as all of the gear. And there's links to all the great gear back there. But that's gonna be it for cash and tickets, guys.
You know, Ali. Also, if you're up too late tomorrow night, and then you don't have as much energy on Sunday to cheer that you would have had, it could very well be your fault that we lose the game.
Fuck you, Color. I'm cheering to the day I die. I don't give a shit. Anybody that knows me, and Color's going to experience this.
He says.
Color's going to experience this, right? Because he's going to hang out with me, and he's going to be like, "Holy shit! I never realized how an aggressive fan Ali is." Right?
Well, you'll just have to let me know if nobody took the seat next to you. I come over.
I can hear the buttoned up lip all the time. I know Ali, when he letting his hair down, it's gonna come out loud and
trust
crazy.
me. I'm the guy at a preseason game that almost got thrown out for calling out Osweiler for what he is. All right, trash. And I said, Osweiler, you suck. And the little person that monitors the hallway where you go to sit down, he goes, "You can't say that. We'll have to ask you to leave if you do it again."
What?
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't even curse, and they tried to throw me out. So imagine when I curse, what happens?
I think it's because you look like Skylar Thompson.
Maybe I've.
Fuck that, dude.
Hey, that reminds me of a question, Color, before you go. So, Skylar Thompson, prior to when we drafted him and prior to all the camps and training camp, you said that he would never make it because he doesn't have.
I didn't say he wouldn't make it. I said you would never see that name in the Hall of Fame.
But okay. But you also said that he couldn't get be that caliber of a person, right? So what does he have to do for you to say he has a real football name? Is
Change
it just
his name.
Oh shit. So it doesn't matter.
Nah, listen, Color. It only seems that way because Skylar is a newer type name. You're going to be seeing and 50 to 100 years from now, you're going to see names in the Hall of Fame that are fucking weird. You know
Jim would suffice.
Jim's been around.
Jim
forever.
Thompson would be perfectly fine.
Nah. And it could set the trend for different named individuals.
So you don't even like the name Skylar
Joe
Jones?
Thompson would probably be better.
I think they should call him Long John Thompson. That's what they should call him.
I'm still going with Skylar the Minigun Thompson, bro. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, but Long John Thompson's his poor name.
It's hard, man. He's good though. I might have to walk back the name thing. I mean, he is pretty dang good.
If we get 300 donations tomorrow night, we will order a jersey for Color that says Long John Thompson on the back. And he will wear it to the games.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Long John Thompson and shit. That would be awesome.
In the yoga pants. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn,
you just gave me a t-shirt idea.
Oh, man.
Well, all right, guys. Well, thanks for everybody for watching, and we'll see you guys, tomorrow morning with some Color. And don't worry, Brandon the Bookie will be back in full form, and we'll see you guys then. And tomorrow night, Ali too. So be there or be square, I guess. FinsUp, everybody.